Hey, Happy New Year. Man, had a good night last night, wherever you are in the world. It still could be New Year's Eve. And here we are, first day of. Hey, it's my old mate Stone Wolf. How are you, Tone? Happy New Year, brother. Let me find the. I'm just Nicole. Welcome in. Happy New Year. Let me just put it here. Hey, DJ. How are you? How's the audio? Is it too loud? It just sounds weird coming through the headset, but it could be just me. Hey, Outdoors with Big Matt. Happy New Year, my friend. I know it's I don't even know. I mean, I had a good night, so I don't even know. So it's early evening, New Year's Eve, your time, I'm guessing. But yeah, a couple of the neighbours knocked on the door and invited us over. Here comes my good little mate.
Good day, mate.
Oh, man. Happy New Year to you, or New Year's Eve, wherever you are.
Yep.
Hey, Southwest Jeff.
Yeah, hey, Jeff. Lives here. Hey,
Yeah.
Nicole. Hey, Cody. But yeah, Happy New Year, Josie, to you.
Man, I only had a few, but I had one vodka too many last night. That's all I need to say there. I'm recovering.
No. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be nice being a
Gandalf.
new year.
Yeah. So what are you up to, buddy? What's happening?
Not much. Just laying down before I get ready for my live sleep. Not gonna be reading the new year at 11 o'clock.
At 11. All right.
Yes.
I just thought I had to do something, so I've come on early than I usually do. But it
Yeah.
is. I'm assuming it's Sunday. I lose track. Where are we? Is it? I
Well,
mean,
for you, yes, it's Sunday.
yeah. I tell you what, we've got these little electric scooters that you can hire, and where I live is pretty hilly. So last night, all these
Mhm.
young kids were hiring these scooters and racing around the streets because we're in a quiet street up here,
Yeah.
and we don't really get too much action. But last night, oh man, there was scooters flying around everywhere. It was quite entertaining. But
Yeah, I get it. I'm in a quiet area myself, but I could tell I will be hearing fireworks until 2 a.m. tonight. Yeah.
all right, yep. I'll be. It's a day of recovery today. Just a day of sitting down. I think the cricket's on in Sydney, so that's pretty big over here today. South
Nice.
Africa. Yeah,
Mm.
I might be able to catch some of that. Um, the sailing was good. That they sailed from Boxing Day to Tasmania from Sydney, Sydney to
Mm-hmm.
Hobart. that was fun to see a bit of that.
Cool.
They're still, yeah, the big boats are already finished, and the little boats are still racing.
Nice.
But yeah, I was. How did your live stream go yesterday, Southwest Jeff, with Rumble and all that sort of stuff? That was interesting.
Yeah, Jeff, how did that go? I did not get a chance to see it at all. I
I
was
seen, yeah, I seen a bit
good.
of it on the YouTube. Um, yeah, but we were sort of in and out of the house.
Nice.
Michael's drones and RCs. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it for stopping by. Thank you, my friend. Michael's. Where are we?
Nice. It went well. Cool. Jeff, cool.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Happy New Year. Glad to see you. Woman Outdoors. Good to see. Yeah, she's sent me a message there. Yeah. It was interesting too because we sort of keep to ourselves in the street, and then a few of the neighbours were out the front, and I was out the front waiting for the fireworks to go off in the distance, and they were saying, "Oh, come over, how you going?" Blah blah blah. And next thing you know, there's one too many drinks are happening.
Yeah, it's always a quiet event over where I am. We don't go out for New Year's, so yeah.
Cottonwood, I got your back.
Mm,
Did I? Where's
mm.
Raquel? Hey, terrific, Mike. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. It is
Yeah,
New Year's Day here.
Raquel and Mike Garcia.
Hey, well, I got you here, DJ. How did your year go with your channel? How do you feel it went? What was the good things that appeared for you?
Okay, well, just to review, and I will go over this tonight as well.
Okay.
But my year went good up until like September, where we had the hurricane, and it kind of messed me up for the whole month of October. I got
Yeah.
back into it in November, and
Yep.
it went well in December. And I will tell you, in total this year, I gained about 300 subscribers from where I was at the beginning of this year. So
Yep.
that's good. And I know it might not happen, but I can hope. But I would like to reach 700 by midnight tonight, but I doubt that will happen.
How many do you need now?
I need 24 people
24.
to subscribe. So I'm at 676 right
Ooh.
now.
Does Does it work when you type radio in the chat?
Mm.
Oh, something went wrong. What happened there?
Not when I'm up here with you because I'm
Oh yeah.
on my iPad.
Okay. Where am I? I'm lost. You know what? I got out of the shower. I got up this morning. I spoke to Rich. He was on a live, and I just had a headache. And I thought, you know what? I'm having a shower and trying to freshen up a bit. And then I was walking around the house like an aimless soul. The dog's barking. He's driving me nuts. And I said to the lovely Mrs. J, I'm just going to go sit out in my room. And she said, yeah, all right. And then out I go. And then she comes out and she says, here. She gave me a packet of Tim Tams and she said, that'll straighten you out. And I went, oh, man.
Nice. So
Yeah.
let
Well,
me ask, what time did you go to bed last night?
oh,
Oh,
about 2 a.m.
okay, and it's what 5 a.m. right now. Oh,
No, right now it's 9:45. So it's just, yeah, I got up,
okay,
had about 5 hours sleep, and
nice.
I sort of been walking around like an aimless soul, picking up the paddy melon droppings and cleaning up the backyard a bit. And then I thought I was just aimless. I was just doing things. I don't even know why I was doing. Took the rubbish out,
Yeah,
started picking weeds, and then I thought, what am I doing?
yeah.
I
1
just got
minute, Joe. Let me say this. Devil dog, get out of here.
yes, I've been told that a few times, Devil Dog. This-
Mm.
we'll leave that there. All right. Yeah, Josh. Hello. Who else have we got in the chat that I haven't spoke to? There is Johnny Small Peppers popped in, and he's a cool cat. I like
Yeah,
Johnny.
yes.
Yeah, actually getting to like
Bye,
Jeffy.
devil dog.
Did you see Jeff's guitar riff he put up the video? DJ?
No, not yet.
Yeah, he's not a bad player. I could jam with Jeff. It'd be awesome.
No.
So Raquel's put radio up, and sure enough, it dropped. Yeah, so there you go. If you just type radio,
Yeah, Gen it will work, but the way
yeah,
I'm
no,
on
all right.
Streamio right now,
Okay, let me find
it,
you. I'll find you. Let me drop you a link somehow. Give me a
okay,
check.
yeah,
Uh,
it covers up my YouTube. I really can't do that right now.
I'm very slow this morning. Oh, I'm just relaxed. And I've had these crazy ideas yesterday and today about what I'm going to do with my channel.
Yeah,
Here we go. DJ's Cartoon Universe. Let me say, discover cartoons you have never seen before. That's not a bad lingo.
yeah,
Not a bad ad. And let me if I post it down there. Okay, so there's DJ's link. I think it come in.
yep.
If if you haven't subscribed to DJ, you'd make this little bloke happy by he's trying to get up to the next 700. Was it DJ? Is that where
Yeah,
you yeah, if we can get him to 700 by tonight, it would be awesome. I
yeah.
will. Jace Drifter, welcome in. Yeah, you sure can, Johnny. It'd be great.
Yeah, come on, Jeremy. It was a good talk to you.
Let me let me find the link again. I think I've dropped. I haven't pinned it because I'm slack. But
Sure.
be with you in a sec, Jake. Oh, there we go. There's the link again. So
Alright.
let me just see. Yeah, we got young Jake down the bottom.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
How you doing?
good mate. How's yourself?
Jake.
Hey, it's already New Year's there in Australia, right?
Oh man, it's been 9 hours, nearly 10 hours into it. Yep,
Yeah. You
in the
know,
future.
hey, Radio Jonesy.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of music lately. They actually remade the song Heads Carolina, Tails California. Someone
Right. Yeah,
remade that song and it's good. I love it.
that's the way.
You
Music
know,
Mhm.
it's the soul, mate.
hey, I remember when radio was actually good.
Yeah, man. I do too, actually. But
I remember it was in a state. It was a radio station. It was the station. I remember at the old time before they had to read live read of commercials.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
Hmm.
talking too much, Radio
No, you're
Jonesy.
right, mate. I'm just reading the chat. Sorry, but well, I'll tell you one thing about radio today. Today, radio is that easy to access through the internet,
Yeah,
and there's millions of stations all around the globe. Like I got a station running. Hopefully, it's running. I haven't even checked it today. Yep, she's
yeah,
still running, and she's let me click that button. Yep, smoothly sailing along, and that's a stream of a lot of radio shows that I've done over the past. So
yeah,
what I'm doing now is just running a stream of my radio shows, and I'm getting hundreds, if not 1,000 odd people listening and talking and commenting, and it's a full time job keeping up
yeah,
with the emails and the messages and the Facebooks and the oh man,
yeah.
Yeah.
it,
I
it's awesome, but you know,
I understand. Back in the day before they had social media, I remember a lot of the radio stations would have given out stickers and other promotional stuff with their branding on it.
right?
I remember a local station here having one of their stickers on my vacuum cleaner, Route 104.
Yep.
Sorry about my voice being terrible.
Sound good to me, mate. Bit husky. That's all
I,
good.
I've been sick lately. But I hope it's not that thing that we're trying to avoid.
Yeah, mate. We'll just take it easy. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's Cuddles Muffin? Is that he's down the basement? I don't know who you are, mate.
hey,
Did
make it.
not them of Jonesy. I I
Yeah.
I think that someone trying to do something you don't wanna
All right.
say.
Might
Well, yeah.
be a porn bomber. Might be a porn bomber.
Well, I don't know who you are, my friend, Mister Cuddles, but
Yeah.
unless you want to
I
show
hey
yourself there.
hey
Wait, okay, never mind. I think it's Johnny Small Bubble.
Is that who it is?
I believe so.
he said Cuddles is me.
Okay.
So,
It is me.
Oh, well. I just
it's
haven't seen that
both
before.
Johnny.
What?
Sorry, I'm actually I was actually worried. I was actually going to tell you, and this is something that I've let them on, but make yourself big. Ready, RJ?
Oh, you mean like let them on, but go like, oh, not like that, but go like
Yeah,
Yep.
no,
like that.
make it like that, like full screen you, and then
Yep.
You
like
give me a
that.
lesson, Jake. Yeah. And then come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I and
But hey, Johnny, what's up?
Hey, Johnny, Happy New
you
Year,
doing?
brother.
Doing good. I just wanted to come up and wish everyone a happy new year and hope everyone's Christmas, if that's what you celebrate, Hanukkah or
Yeah.
Festiva or whatever, is good.
Yep.
It's coming going. Man, it's only 12 more months and we'll be doing it again.
It went quick.
Yep.
Oh,
Another
sure did.
365 days.
And here we
yeah,
go. We got another guest to the stream.
Devil Dog.
Oh no, not that one.
Hey, I knew who Cuddles McCuddles McFlurry was.
Well, I didn't. I'll tell you one thing. I had a
was
live. No, I had a live on, and someone said I was with Blue, and we were live, and then I put the link out, and this person popped up, and I thought it was somebody else, and I turned it on, and it was some Filipino gentleman. He didn't know a word of English, and he come on, and he's just raving on, and I go, listen, mate, I don't understand. Just I'll tell you what, we just dropped
Yeah.
back to the basement, and he's going, oh, and off he went, like he was telling me something.
Yeah.
But I just thanks for popping up. That was my
Hey,
only
what's up?
experience with something funny.
What's up, Edward? How you doing?
Yeah. So
Eddie,
Yeah.
how you doing, Edward?
I didn't know if you were talking about Edward the trash talker or what.
No, Eddie. Edward is the long form of Eddie.
Yeah, I don't go by Edward.
I'm
What's up,
sorry.
Al?
So have you got
Hey,
any
Al.
plans, Johnny? Any plans this year to do anything different?
Yeah, it goes. First of all, I have a new mic I'm trying. It's a wireless mic. Is it working okay?
Yes, it sounds great,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Sounds great.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Or McFurball.
They're on sale right now on Amazon.
McFurball.
Devil Dog's not too far off.
So-
I've changed my name 100 times. And you notice there's a bear eating my head on this icon. Yeah. So it's I lack any creativity. Anyway, my point is, I have some announcements I'm going to be making, but one of them is all the way down to shutting down the channel and going back to subscriber mode. You said something, Radio Jonesy, and this is up for discussion here.
Yep.
Wait. What are you talking about? Shutting down the channel and going to subscriber mode? Yeah, I just might go to subscriber mode. It's taking too much time. It's not my life. My life is I put 100% into building my channel, and when I got there, I met a lot of great people, which is the goal, right? I mean, it's to meet people. But the return on my time has meant that I haven't done any of my personal goals. So this year,
definitely.
Pardon me?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things. But I guess my question to folks, if you don't mind me asking a question, is does YouTube allow you to accomplish your personal goals, or does it just allow you to accomplish your social media or your building or your goal oriented goals? Like, it's a challenge.
Well, that all depends on what your personal goals are, Johnny, because some of them coincide. Okay. And then some of them do not. So if your personal goals is to get on here, Jonesy,
I can't help it. I'm recovering.
If your personal goals with YouTube is to make a video diary for your kids, grandkids, whatever, then you can basically do what you want to, and there'll be a video
video file library basically of you yourself when you're long and gone for your family. If your personal goal is to make $100,000, then your goal, you need to set your goals a little bit differently, because we all know that unless you hit it big, and got
Yeah.
millions of viewers, you're never going to hit that. Now, my personal goal is to make money off YouTube. Now, granted, hold on a second. Are you on camera? Yes, hold on a second. Okay, come.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're right. But
Johnny, I will tell you for my personal experience, my personal goals for YouTube is just to create videos that I think people would enjoy and to have fun. And for me, YouTube is helping me achieve those goals because I've been on YouTube for 11 years now, and it wasn't until 2018
All right.
that
Sorry about that. My wife came in.
hang on. DJ's finishing off.
that I began to really meet those goals, and I will tell it. In the last 5 years, I have really achieved the goals I set out to do with YouTube, and it's all because me personally, I didn't give up. I mean, I took breaks, but I didn't say I'm gonna delete my whole channel.
Hey DJ, you've been hanging out with Gary too long. You're getting long-winded.
I bet you just said it, Eddie.
Hey, what are you doing? Taking a nap, getting ready for your live tonight at 11:30 or something?
Yes, at 11. Yes, I am.
Go ahead. Sorry, DJ. Go ahead.
But yeah, Johnny, all in all, if your goals are to meet people and grow as an individual, I think YouTube can help you with that. But definitely, if your goal is to make 10,000 a month, you're definitely gonna need to change it up a bit, because that's not gonna happen within the first 2, 3, even 11 years. Trust me, I know that.
Hey, Tarsha, Al, Nicole, Chef, Janet, how y'all doing? But anyways, what I was saying before DJ so rudely interrupted me. No, it was really my wife. She was, my goals on YouTube is to make a little bit of money. Every little bit helps me. Okay. And if I have to save $10 here, $5 here, $20 there, whenever it adds up. Okay. And when it gets to $100 where I can buy chicken feed, or try to do a project, or like this tree that was cut down just today, finally, that may have fell on the house, stuff like that. So for one, it's to help me make money. For two, it's to help, or for me to help people achieve their goals or help them better their channels, better, be it with the actual YouTube, be it them doing lives and doing StreamYard, Nightbot, anything I can help them with. That's one of my goals. And the other one is to make people laugh, to have fun. Those are my 3 goals on YouTube. So if I do that, I've accomplished my YouTube goal. The only thing is, sometimes I do need a break. So like I haven't been on the last week a whole lot, but that's because we had company for like 5 days. We had the meetup, we had a lot of stuff going on. So I haven't been, and then I didn't have access to my kennel here. When we did do stuff, it was out in the living room with my 12-year-old computer and stuff like that. So
like that.
I haven't been on.
I quite like the bacon. Hey, there he is. Shut up.
Yeah.
But anyways, that and Phil Peterson, how you doing, brother? Not a problem, man. And see, that's what I'm here for. Is to help people, to make people laugh, and to have fun myself, and ultimately for myself to make a little bit of money. I'm not under no misconception that I'm going to make, thousands or hundred thousands of dollars a year or anything. If I hit it big, great. But, every little bit helps me.
I wasn't talking about money, but I don't know if you were talking about money. Were you, John?
No, the question is about the goal of your channel. What do you wish to accomplish with your channel?
Oh, that's right,
and that is one thing that I've never been hesitant about, is saying, and the reason I got into this was the money, but then I do like helping people. That's why I was a Marine. That's why I was a firefighter. That's why I've done different charities and stuff like that, is because I enjoy helping people and I enjoy making people laugh. So those are my 3 goals with my channel.
Okay. You're up to you now, Johnny. Back to you.
No, it just the question, the reason I'm asking is because my decision is still up in the air because I just can't come up with the right answer.
Well, what do you want out of your channel, Johnny?
Well, different things actually, but mostly it was love, hope, and moving people forward. That was what's written on my homepage. And which is fine.
Well, you've accomplished the love part. You show everybody love, Johnny. Honestly,
what I do love about you, Johnny, is when you do your chats with people. That is really you do that relaxed. You do that on your deck or wherever you are in your house, like just sitting back, relaxed, and you're having a chat. And I do enjoy that part of your channel.
Johnny, I have not met one, or I'm sorry, Cuddles McMuffin Outdoors. I have not met one person that does not love you, dude. You're a great supporter. You're a great friend and ally and everything else. But if you do need time, don't close the channel down or anything else. Just take a break from it for a few weeks or whatever. Take the time, because real life comes first, okay? And so set it over to the side, do what you need to do, and then come back to it. You don't have to go drastic and shut down your channel or anything else, dude. Just do what you need to do. Make yourself, ultimately you want to be happy. You want to make yourself happy. Now, if shutting your channel down makes you happy, go ahead. But I wouldn't suggest that, because people enjoy having you around, but if you do need a break, take a break.
Go
ahead, bud.
Well, I wouldn't let me shut it down completely. Bone out is a real thing, and you did need to allow time for yourself to take breaks from YouTube. That's what I have done over the years. But I will say, and partly joking about this, but I would recommend to someone like Devil Dog to set down their channel.
The master steps
sound effects.
Jonesy knew it was coming. Jonesy knew it was coming. GJ can't get finished without throwing a dig at me. He can't finish his statement without throwing a dig at me.
Well,
I just look at his name on the screen.
the reason I ask these questions is because everyone gets a perspective, right? They think they're in the right direction. Myself personally, I wouldn't shut down the channel. It'd be more like I would go
New
into
direction.
subscriber only. Really, I would spend a lot less time on YouTube, and I would go to. My problem is that I'm finding I have I don't even know how many I have, but I have so many people that are that I love supporting that it's actually eating up the time I used to do other things, which is
Yeah,
the
real
conundrum,
life.
right?
Yep.
But the other thing too is that my goal is to do mountaineering, and probably 20,000 hours into building my channel. And I built the channel as an iceberg would be. I didn't make a lot of noise when I was doing it. I was just out there, right? So no one saw what I was doing. It was all the stuff that wasn't being seen. So what's really interesting about it, though, is I get to now, I'm definitely going to be, my focus is going to be fitness, and it's going to be.
I got to quit following you. That's an unsubscribe right here.
Yeah. So
No, you're on a winner, but I think
that's the answer to that for me.
I think you're on the winner. You know what I found with my channel, right? I've got a music channel. So my music channel was I film bands and I show people what they missed out on because they didn't come to the gig. This is what you missed out on. That was the goal of that channel when I first kicked that off. Like, let me show you some footage of a band I went to see, and you people sat at home and whinged and whined about what's on TV, and you could have been down the local bar, pub, club, and watched this great music show. That was how I kicked off on YouTube, and then I branched over to here because I wanted to show the grandson a few things, and I put a few videos up. And then last March, I sort of upped the game a bit, and then thought, you know what, I could do more than what I'm doing. And then I sort of stumbled into through a few different people. I stumbled into this community, and then I've just started uploading videos, and I've got a mosh posh of like comedy. I've got some news stuff. I've got some mail calls. I've got some beach videos. My channel's just a wash of crazy stuff, and I'm just Go ahead.
Just to let you know, Al has a question for Jonesy. What does TOEY mean?
TOEY. Who said TOEY?
TOEY. Yeah, I guess you did. TOEY, something TOEY.
Well, TOEY means you're a bit, you're on the. It means you're on the hunt for a mate or a girlfriend, is what TOEY means. But I don't think I said that.
Yeah.
I'd have to check the audio. If you're a bit TOEY, that's what that means out of your ear. But
okay, go ahead.
But what I'm saying now is that with this channel, I'm just a wash of stuff. So I've got a Tasmania ASMR channel, which is an audio, visual, look at the beach, listen to the waves, and just relax. And I'm doing that for myself more than anything, because I like sitting on the beach and just putting the camera up into different angles that I think look good, and just chilling out. And I'm enjoying doing that. But the downside living here is the wind, because the wind really affects the audio. So because we're on an island that gets a lot of wind from down the southern Antarctic, like it just blows a gale. I was hoping to have a few up over Christmas, but it's just been too windy. And the days that it wasn't windy, I had plans to do other things. So it just hasn't worked out. But that's my goal with that one, and that's like a 5-year plan to load up a bunch of videos and have that for people to relax to. So I'm at this stage now where I think this is this is my thing: sitting down, talking to people, doing a few different things. And for Radio Jonesy, putting my mail calls up, doing that. But I think this year I've got another channel in mind, so I just like keeping active. So I'm just going to run another channel that I'm really not going to say too much about and just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
But,
Cool.
Yeah, that's
So,
DJ. I thought DJ had a really good comment, though, overall.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, don't give DJ the big head.
yeah.
Hey, DJ, listen, if your head swells bigger than the camera, we're going to have to shut you down, okay, pal?
Look at that nose. It's already bigger than the camera.
That's all right. We like DJ.
leave him alone. That's better.
I thought
DJ.
I thought he was really good. I thought his comments were right on. And it was mimicking, I think the number one mistake people make is they don't take a break because YouTube can just wear you down.
Yeah.
And Gary, I was worried about you, Devil Dog,
man.
about you at first when you started because you were literally going 20 and how you were sustaining that.
I still go a lot. I only sleep about 4.5 hours a night usually.
Yeah, you've got a different drive mechanism in you, which is good. But that's your passion for this. On the other hand, I had 70,000 followers on another platform, and I find that it's so transient. I don't know if you guys. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Are your channels transient a lot with people coming and going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine is.
Listen to Johnny, man. He's making this a question and answer show. Pretty interesting.
Well,
He does it well, I tell you.
Because I think everyone takes a lot of things the wrong way on YouTube, from the slight in a chat to the lack of a subscription or whatever, or even a membership. I think is taken the wrong way in many cases. And the reason why I say this to people is because you sit there and you wonder, your own self-worth is measured by subscriber count, interaction on videos, your feedback that you feel is accurate, right? It doesn't matter how many views, it matters what you think at the end of the day. But anyway, I asked that question to see if you guys are having transient effect on your social media here.
No, my honestly, if you're talking Facebook, my Facebook is like I've got a group that I do stuff with, but not YouTube stuff. That seems to work. But my normal Facebook is just a disaster. Like, all I do is just get bombed with ads and other stuff.
I have a Facebook page. I can't get into it because I used to give them my name.
Say you every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I got mates who are playing over at Rumble, and they're doing really well. But I find it very hard to navigate and to work. I've got a Rumble account as well.
Now, I will say, Jonesy, I have thought about going over to Rumble. What I don't say would. Hey, having said
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, how's it going?
I was just about to say hello, Life with Mountain Folk. Jackie, Abandoned and Forgotten Whales, AR Gun 1776.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just type radio in the chat, and that should drop your link. Radio.
Okay.
I think me going over to Rumble or any other platform would not be good for me because I would probably have to really work at it a lot more.
Yeah.
Hey, Des.
It's
Now,
really
I have a-
worked too. Yeah.
Huh.
You
I have
a
a question, Cuddles. Was you talking about transitioning over to like Rumble or Facebook, or was you talking about your followers being kind of fickle or coming in and out? Your turnover rate, or
Yeah.
do they keep following you? Was you talking about
Yeah,
that here on
he's-
YouTube?
He's
No,
trying to
it-
bring. Does it connect? Is the question? Is what he was asking? I assume that was it.
I can barely handle one channel, let alone the three I have.
Yeah, exactly.
One.
You have like 3?
I have 3. I have Johnny Small Pepper, Johnny Large Pepper, and Cuddle Muffin.
No.
Outdoors.
No, you just
I
need the one.
I need
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I have one. Well, I have 2, but the other one, the second one, I don't care about. It's just when I go play my games
Right.
online, my Call of Duty, I'll stream to that in case anybody wants to come and hang out or talk or make
Or
fun of me
troll.
or whatever. Yeah, it's
I
Double
have
Gamers
one.
with the Z.
That's your troll
But-
account. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
but this is the one that I actually work on and stuff like that. The other one's just if I'm not on here, I'm playing a game and they can come hang out, watch, or heckle me or whatever. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
those are
We don't need your other account for that, Eddie.
Yeah. I actually have 3 channels myself. My main one is called to Evil, which I post on all the time. My gaming channel, which I need to get back to, and then my kind of educational channel, Video Creator with CP, that I kind of educate people on how I do my YouTube stuff, how I edit, how I plan all that. And I will say, I do have a video plan coming up with that guy.
Can't you edit them out?
That guy
No,
over there.
it's
A big
kinda important
Well, now we
that
talking.
I have them help me
Hey,
with
Obi.
So, yeah,
Wait.
we just have to really set up a
Just got to point up now, DJ. You got
yeah,
him now.
we have to set up a time slot to actually record that video. And then,
Why is your name Boo Texans?
It's a long story.
Oh, some kind of rivalry or something.
Mhm.
I had a little bit of an ulterior motive to this. There was people setting off fireworks, and I was going to come out and show you guys fireworks that was going off, but they
Oh,
stopped.
that's cool. Oh,
Huh.
of course they did.
Well, that figures.
well,
So it's
so
still only
that-
early. It's almost 8 o'clock, so we still
Oh,
got
they'll set up
going
more.
until midnight or
yeah,
so.
go back in and they will probably do it again.
Well, here's the thing: is I can hear fireworks going off, but it's behind the mountain and you can't see it. I can just hear it lightly
Oh,
going
that
off. I can hear
Yeah,
the pop,
yeah.
bangs.
Well, go mountaineering
Oh,
like
Oh, here we go.
No.
The guns. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Hang on, where are we?
It
What
was
am I
only a
doing?
matter of time.
okay. Oh, that's pretty. Nice.
So what time is it, Al?
10 to 8.
Oh,
It's not
10 to 8.
dang.
So, yeah. That's
Pretty.
cool, Al.
That's the early fireworks for the kids.
Hey, abandoned forgot. Homestead Aquarius, Peaceful Des, welcome. Life with Mountain Folk. Cole,
Nicole, your husband's wearing women outdoors. They are guns.
Our pizza's coming, right, babe? No way. No way. No way.
What?
Babe, why are you smoking in here?
Right now?
Well, that was a
Uh,
little
They muted
Never
you.
mind here. I mean,
Funny.
it's a little pre-show for the harbor. There might be more in a minute.
so I will just take him down to the basement.
Sorry, DJ.
He said take out down to the basement for now till they come
Sorry
back.
about that, guys. The pizza's here.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. See, I can hear it going off now down the cove, but you can't see
Yeah.
it because it's around. It's around behind the mountain over there.
Oh, that's
What's
cool.
up, Hardwood?
Hey, Joey.
So, has anyone got anything that they'd like to talk about their channel for 2023?
Not really.
I hope it's better than the last 2 years.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Oh,
Now
was that another one?
that sounded like a gun.
Yes.
Yeah,
My
that
belief
didn't sound good.
is going to be a very challenging year for the
Yeah.
entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I have when it comes to you on YouTube, he deletes his channel.
If they're gonna bring back
Uh,
doing that, I'd be happy.
and I will say if Al makes it, if we else, he needs to be down to Florida. Yeah, why not, Al?
Looking, someone else was down
Because
the
you
bottom.
want it, DJ.
Mm.
Not sure who it
Someone
was.
shooting a gun here means bad news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, James.
Yeah, no, we used to all the time go out and
Just-
fire off the shotgun.
Is it here,
James,
babe?
Yeah, DJ.
If,
There was
if
nothing
you
at the door.
need to bring someone else up, I could jump down, no big deal.
No, no
buddy, you're-
notification. Nothing.
Whoever was down the bottom, they're not there now. So, yeah. Thanks, DJ.
Well, just let me know and I will jump down, no big deal for me.
Yep. Thanks, mate.
Bye, Eddie. Bye.
That was Eddie. He's gone.
Aww. He went to a party.
Yeah, he's got something happening. He's getting ready for his live, actually. His live's on in half hour.
Oh, he's
But,
having his own as well. Okay.
Yeah, he's on at 7 is it 7 Central?
Got it.
Yeah, but that is it for a hour and a half.
Yeah,
Is
it's an
it?
hour and a half away. That's not.
Oh, right. So I've come on extra early. Extra good.
Yeah.
9:30 my time.
So-
he goes on. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's only
we're
like
just jumping on the
5:30.
ball here tonight, there, Jonesy.
Well, I did have a hangover and I was a lost soul and I was sick of walking around the yard pulling weeds out. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to, here we go. An hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
yeah.
Or be there or be square.
Be there, be square.
Should be more
Yeah.
fireworks then, for sure.
Well, I will
Yeah.
tell you, for those who don't know, I will be going live at 11 p.m. Eastern time.
And if you haven't
So-
connected,
Okay.
connected with DJ, he's chasing his last few to get him up to 700.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
Don't do it. Don't. It's a trap.
Take Josie, do me a favor and take Al down.
Take
Funny.
him out, you reckon?
Doesn't need to be uphill.
Look at the hair. Going for that natural look.
How's that? Is that any better?
No,
better?
I still see him.
So if I just click, look, this is something I've never done. I've never dropped anyone to the basement. So if I just click remove, does that mean you
Remove
just
from
go
stream. That'll just put you down in the basement.
right
Yeah.
like this?
In the basement.
Bye,
Oh.
Al.
He's in the basement. That's like some Evil
Yep.
Dead stuff right there.
Yeah,
If you
right.
kick,
Dungeon.
if you kick them, it kicks them right out of the stream altogether.
Right. There's an
Yeah.
option for that too, I would assume.
That's what you got to do to DJ when you does it. Not just remove from stream. You got to kick them.
Oh,
No, Al. No. No one
yeah.
will ever kick me.
You gotta mute that.
You're right now.
I'm good. Hang on. I'm gonna get something to eat there now.
All right. Well, you want something to eat? Let me just reach forward. I'll tell you what. I've sent a second. I've sent a second parcel your way there.
Oh,
Al.
see if I sent a. You sent me 10. Thank you, Jonesy.
Well, no, but I
Tell them
sent
that I'll
them.
go. Hey guys,
s-
my pizza just came, so I'm gonna go eat.
Bye,
Nicole, do I hear you?
Jackie.
I'm
Moving home.
Hey Nicole,
I love you.
I love you too, girl. Sorry, I don't get to see ya.
I know.
All right.
Typical.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful New Year's and be safe, all of you.
You gotta have a good
Jackie.
Monday.
I'll let you know how 2023 starts. If it's any good or not. If it's not, I'll let you know. I'll just stay in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Love you. Have
bye,
a good night.
Jackie.
Happy New Year.
See you,
I'll see
Jackie.
next year. Okay, bye.
So yeah.
So in about a half an hour.
Okay. Bye, Al.
See you, DJ.
What I've done, Al, what I've
Drop-
done, Al, I've sent you a
drop
card.
out, Al.
If the card gets there before anything else, just tell me.
Okay.
That way
I'll let
I
you know.
know something's going wrong.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I sent a card out to you too, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's that and we see like what's up because I didn't receive nothing. Now here the past week we haven't
Oh,
received hardly anything.
That's what I'm saying to Nicole. Like I sent that stuff weeks ago.
Yeah,
I sent a few out actually, and I haven't heard nothing back. So I'm just
I
wondering.
haven't gotten to from you, Al, at all. So,
That's okay, DJ. I sent you something.
yeah.
Make sure you're in a room where you don't mind a glitter bomb going off.
DJ's
Hey,
a
Johnny.
cut.
Hey,
but-
Johnny.
Whatever.
Johnny, it's like a big boys pen pal club, isn't it?
Yes,
It really is, you know.
That's what the lady at the post office said to me. She said, "You're back again." I said, "Oh yeah, this is going here, this is going there, this is going there, and blah blah blah." And then she asked,
Want to get a kiss?
What do you do?" No, she didn't ask that. But she asked.
That is what she asked.
Yes, not the post office lady. She was lovely, but it was a crowded room. So anyway,
Yeah.
I digress. Yeah, but in the end, she stated that. She said, "Oh, it's like a modern day's pen pal club." I said, "Well, yeah."
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. That's pretty much all it is, you know, when you think about it. The
Yeah.
bigger
But,
scheme of things.
I mean, with this, we actually are able to see each other. So, yeah.
Enjoy your pizza. Hey, a woman outdoors. I'm not sure if I made a comment, but I loved the video of 2022. I watched it on the big screen.
Now,
highlight.
I will say, Jones, you did
Yep.
you did a good video last night. This moment, what I would say about your mail call from Dad.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. So
Do you like me?
that
Do you like me
was
finger?
good.
Is it like? No, is it this is not a, like? I haven't got a letter opener, but I use this is my sharp finger, and then the
yeah, I get it.
the little
Now,
sparkle comes up.
I have to ask you, Jonesy,
Yep.
did you get a copyright claim for that song you used?
On which one? On Dez's? Oh no, the Blues.
The Blues Clues mail
No,
card.
no, not. They haven't put a claim in yet, but they still can go back once you're monetized. They can go
Yeah.
back and look at all your stuff. That's what they do. When you get to that stage, they go back and check out your channel, or somebody does.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it will, but I just like the. I was thinking,
I'm
I was
just
thinking,
I'm just wondering because I know if I use any audio, I get a claim the next day.
yeah, well,
So,
mine, it hasn't come through. I was gonna put Mr. Postman, Mr. Postman, look and see. Oh yeah, is there a letter for me? All that sort of stuff.
yeah.
We were gonna do a song ourselves, and I thought, you know what, for the effort we'll put in, they'll strike us for sure. So another mate said, the Blues Clues version. He said, I'll do something very similar to that, but a little bit different. So if I get one, I'll flick you some audio. How's that?
Yeah.
Would you like one? You want a mail call audio?
I'm actually working on my own song right now. With trying to
Oh,
make
let's not go there.
Why not, Al?
Keep your day job.
YouTube is my day job.
I reckon.
That's right.
So, but
how are you?
My day job deals with audio. So,
We'll have to get you singing and record yourself.
Or
Like,
yodeling.
yeah, no, I reckon you can sing. And then, we'll put it through the mixer and put it through autocorrect and auto tune and do a few little twists and turns and see how it turns out. I reckon you'd be all right, DJ.
Yeah, I mean, I already have one made up. Just, I don't know what else to do with it to kind of collect it. So, yeah, I would definitely need
On the
that.
screen to autocorrect my voice. I don't think they invented it.
I've got one song out already, and I've got 2 written for this year to be recorded. And we're gonna get them out. And then if I said, you know what, if we've got 3, let's just do another 7, and then I've got an album. So
Cool.
that's probably what we're gonna do this year.
And Al, there's no amount of auto tune that can collect your voice. So nice try, Al.
You'd be surprised. Accents and everything just changes when people sing.
Well, that's what I was saying, DJ. I don't think there's a machine that's invented yet to correct my voice.
Yeah. You and I agree on that.
Oh, he's on fire tonight, young DJ. He's giving it to Al. He's already given it to Devil Dog. Devil Dog had to leave the chat because he was copping it. Isn't that right, Boo Texans?
Yeah, well, if I knew Al's favorite spot team, I would do that too.
Oh, man.
Hey,
No, he's still listening.
What hockey team do you like?
I don't watch sports.
I like the Penguins. Is there a Penguin team? Jeez, hang on. Let me highlight that comment for you, DJ.
Okay. Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, I did. I did. That up
There's boxing gloves on here. I'm sure he's going.
But anyways, I'm gonna hop down, get ready to get my trail and get ready for tonight.
All right, buddy. Thanks for popping up first. It's been awesome having a chat.
Yeah.
First one of the year. You were the first one for the year there, DJ.
No.
I'll put that in the memory bank.
It's not New Year's.
Guys.
It is for me.
No, it's
See,
not.
mate.
You're on the other side of the world. It doesn't count.
Yeah, that's the trouble. Everyone over that side of the world thinks they're important. Well, they're not. They're just behind everyone else. See?
Wow, the drum roll.
Yes.
Didn't
I can go louder. There you go. How's that?
You're much more sophisticated than I am.
I got 8 buttons to press. I got to freshen them up. There's not enough. I've got the Twilight Zone one. Ooh,
good sound quality. Not like mine is like a Lego set.
Well, this is I got the Rodecaster. The Rodecaster Pro, the first edition. It's what most people use in like podcasting. And in 2020, when all this garbage started in 2020, when no one was going out and everyone was, like over here, everyone was sort of staying at home. One of the musical, one music promoter hit me and another guy up and said, "Hey, can you do a podcast? And we want to promote these bands and these country artists." And we go, "Yeah, what's in it for us?" And then they basically offered us a deal, and we said, "Sure thing." So I went out and that's when I went out and bought it. I thought, well, I went out and bought some Sennheisers, which is
nice. The
microphone, which is basically it's for performing, basically, but not for this sort of stuff. I should get a Rode microphone to mix with the desk as well. It'd probably sound better. But anyway, I went out and bought some gear, and me and this other guy put out a podcast series. Went out on every format everywhere, and was pretty good actually. We started like everyone watched it at the start. We got massive ratings, and then it just slowly tapered down when everyone was it was fresh, it was new, it was something. But then it was like a 2-hour or an hour and a half podcast, interviews, film clips. Then there was our little, it was like a Tonight Show, our little banter, our little, I quite enjoyed doing them, but I haven't really, there's a couple of little snippets on my channel, but yeah, they're at other places. They're still moving along, but it's I just read the last comment. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing them. Let me tell you that was really fun, and my mate John, whose radio name is Dingo. Me and him were doing it's the Dingo and Jonesy show, and let's go with Dingo in the wild, and we just go out, we just go out somewhere where there's a few trees, and we'd be walking around pretending we're Crocodile Hunter and Crocodile Dundee, like walking about, just filming little episodes for the show. And that was my first taste into the YouTube side of it.
Point.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
What did you think at that point? Was it what you thought it was after the first few sessions you did?
Yeah, and it tapered down. No, that was a reality. We knew the interest would peak, and it was a 2-hour show. Like it's like you film something for 2 hours and you expect someone to sit and watch, but the main part was the audio. So we were doing the audio for podcasting and for radio, but the visuals were the extra, and they were paying for the extra. They wanted it visual as well. So yeah, we had a lot of we did a lot of Eddie's just throwing me here. Did you? Anyway, yeah, we had a bit of fun, but it was all good. It was editing, and then the editing and the footage, like we'd have like 4 camera angles, and then the amount of data you would use recording on GoPros at high quality, and then cutting it all up, and then as soon choked up your system, and then you had to realize, geez, I need portable hard drives here to keep my system fresh. And then the reality of what goes on in the YouTube world. It's not just the film. The filming's the fun part. Oh, is this throw, Eddie? Throw. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, Johnny. And like, to be honest, Johnny, like when you talk with when you had that conversation with Uncle Burpee, whatever, Uncle.
Burpee, yeah.
Yeah. When you had that conversation with him, that was really, I took a lot of that information on board, and I really enjoyed that side of your channel. That's that you do that really well because you're relaxed, you're chilled, you talk to the point, and then you have a little jab or a little bit of a sideline, and then you're back on the focus on the and he was relaxed, you were relaxed. It was just an enjoyable video to watch. I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know how that went view wise, but it should have been right up there.
Actually, it did. Most of my videos, it's really odd. People really like the interviews, but it just takes. It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And you know what it takes to prepare for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mate. Yeah.
It's I was going to be doing my New Year's special today with a tomahawk steak and stuff, and I had 25 hours into that video that was or that live broadcast. Now, why? It's just stuff, but a good interview means that you've done your homework and that you can ask questions that matter, right? It's not just, it's questions that they go, oh, that's a good question. Or I didn't think of that before or something. And so it takes a lot of time. And that's the reason I haven't continued on with that. I may do some of those left. I've got 3 or 4 people I want to interview. But anyway.
Well, that's an interesting answer. When you ask the question and you expect an answer, but you get something completely different and that's a light bulb, boom, and then you go, wow, yeah, I didn't even think of that. And that's what Uncle was coming up with. He was coming up with these answers, and is it Nick Niven or whatever his name is? He talks at 1,000,000 miles an hour about YouTube. He's another one of. I've been following him since day dot as well, like since I was on YouTube. Just for, I like his radio like format, and he punches you between the eyes with. He just keeps coming back with more information. I quite enjoy his sort of content, and I get a lot of information there that I don't know and out of YouTube. See, this channel now is what I really set up. Technically, I set up to show the family and friends. This is what we're up to. This is what we're doing, and then it sort of branched out now, and I've got to chuck a video here, do a video there, and now it's such a mishmash of live streams, fun. Like if I had a channel for every direction I went, I would never stop. I would always be planning the next move for video content. But you know what? I just think the one that I'm doing with the beaches, where I just go to the beach and film it for an hour or an hour and a half, and then pick the best footage out of that, and then just put an hour's content out of just the beach and the waves. Believe it or not, people are sitting there. Just say I got 50 views. The view time's well over half. So that means some people are coming there looking at it and going, nah, see you later. And other people are sitting there watching the whole shebang, like the whole, which tells me that, I could be onto something with people wanting to relax.
But, just a thought back to you. Go to, and you probably already looked at them, but go to the ASMR channels.
Yeah, I have. Yep.
Millions of views. I mean, it's seriously.
But I can't get into this stuff. I'm going to do this.
Yes. But my point is, I think of all the things that can make you hit your numbers that you want for extreme growth, it is the simple things. The more complex you get, the more niche oriented you get, and the more you have a chance to irritate people. ASMR is a huge market. No, everyone underestimates what it is.
I think so too. Yep.
They'll go way up. Anyway, I think you just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, mate. No, well, and you know what the best part about it is? That I'm enjoying doing it.
That's number.
Yeah. That's. Hey, John. That's the best part about just like today, for instance, overcast, cloudy, windy. It's not the day to do it, but yeah. So the island is shaped. I'm on an island, and I can drive 4 hours one way, and I'm at the other end, and I can drive like 3 hours this way, and I'm at the other end, or an hour that way, and I'm at the other end.
Right.
And depending on the weather patterns, really, I could find a cove, or I'd have to sort of start using my head and work out. Okay, we've got southerlies today. Let's go to the eastern side and get away from these southerly winds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I quite enjoy the simple things in life too. They're like, and when I watch what people talk about or what YouTube wants in your channel to help them, because YouTube's the algorithm's not about you. The algorithm's about what people are watching. So the algorithm is what, okay, like Johnny turned on this morning, he went and watched the beach, someone at the beach, and then they'll go, okay, Johnny seems to like, and he watched another beach one, and then, oh, Johnny seems to like beaches, so here's a bunch of beach videos that you haven't seen before. That's how the algorithm sort of feeds. But when you're and then they go, look at this channel. This channel has 50 beach videos. We'll throw a few of them his way and see if he likes them. And then, oh, people are liking that bunch. Let's throw them to other people. That's the basic dumbed down version of how the algorithm sort of works. What I'm guessing anyway. What I'm looking at, what's happening around the YouTube world. And it's not about the content from the person. Like if I'm doing a video about a male call, a video about a beach, a video about a seal, a video about penguins, a video about driving around the countryside, people are going, "What's this channel all about?" It's all a mishmash. So I think the mishmash is here. That's me. Now it's no point changing now. The mishmash is me right here, right now. But the other directions, I'm going to go with maybe the ASMR, definitely with the beach, and then I've got another one up my sleeve that I'm thinking of doing, and the music one's always going to be there. But I'm not in the music vibe that I used to be in. I was daily in the music vibe. I was come to this recording, come to here, play over here, do this, do that. So I was in that lifestyle, but now my lifestyle is completely different.
Right.
I'm sort of like semi-retired, living on an island. The music's not as good as what it should be or could be. Hard to promote stuff that's not that you're not happy with. So,
and it's also good to move on from a past chapter of your life.
I think you hit that too, mate. Yep, that's wise words. Because everyone's moving on, everyone's rolling forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just a quick thought here. I have one other thing that I'll tell you offline, but that is probably in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to do anything today, the only thing I would tell anyone, if you're doing what everyone else is doing now, then what about 5 years from now when you need it to pay off the most?
Well, mate. That's my thing. Like my thing is the videos now aren't for now, are for 5 years down the road.
Yeah. That you're exactly right. Exactly right. And so that shows. See, there's a lot of cunning in that, right? I mean, that is some serious high level thought, because no one's thinking about 5 years from now. They're thinking about money, but they're not thinking. For instance, everyone's doing live chats now. No one's going to be watching those. I'm sorry, no one's going to watch those. They might do interviews, right? They might do interviews, but how many comments do you get after a live chat done? Probably. Yeah, right. So, the thought is that the other thing to think about too, because I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a meat grinder happen on YouTube with revenue, meaning it's going to be so confusing that you're going to end up being in a place where the longs, where they are now 15 minutes or longer, is the best watch time, according to a guy who writes websites and does SEO professionally, right? 15 minutes or more, he found, because you can fit 2 advertisements in that section, right? I think 8 minutes, 7 minutes and something, whatever. But if you're doing longs, I think and I'm really stubborn and grumpy, right? I was thinking, how many people are going to watch a 20-minute video in 5 years?
Yeah, well,
ASMR.
But I think it's like television of today or of yesterday is sort of is dying a slow, like radio, right? Radio now is streaming. Not many people turn on the radio and listen to the radio these days. They go to their streaming network and they'll just click play 80s, play 90s, play whatever they want to hear. That's where radio has gone. Mm-hmm. And I've gone down that avenue myself with a streaming service. So I'm streaming radio shows with a little bit of only a handful of ad revenue coming from that. But that's really treading water financially. But that's an avenue that I have in my back pocket for other things where I get a band that I'm promoting or touring or doing something with a band. Well, I can promote them on the radio. I've got that like straight away, bang, here. I don't need big radio stations. I know I've got a solid bunch of people that listen and check out this song, like buy this album, check out the album. If you like it, buy it. So I've sort of got a good little niche happening musically now. So that's my my wife said that's your retirement plan, is to sit out here and talk on radio, which I have a radio stream. I can go live just like this with radio, but I'd rather pre-record stuff and punch people between the eyes with different programming and things.
Don't you
Whereas
think that's what?
Yeah, sorry, mate. Go ahead.
Don't you think that's what, you know, for instance, how many videos on live chat can you watch before you need something different? How many times can you hear Cuddles, Jonesy, before you need something different?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because and it's really important to it's we all get stuck in a rut, whatever's easiest to get the number of views. But I think you're dead on. I think you're 100% on. And you know, the other thing too, since you're talking about this, is the number of avenues. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
You're not going to be 100% right. You want to pick the basket, right? So you can move forward. And you said something that was so significant, and I'm not going to tell anyone what it is, but I think it's so significant that when we talk offline, I'll share that with you. I think it's if you want to, but
yeah, mate, sure, love to.
I think it's really key that there's some really great points you made, especially when you talk about what this means. To me, YouTube doesn't have it has an outward purpose. It doesn't have an inward purpose, right? The inward purpose is to give back. The outward purpose is what am I going to do ultimately beyond my original goal, right? So what you've just said is amazing information. I hope people took notes, because I want to tell you, there's so much in what you just said to everyone. There's probably a few people in the chat, because I can't see chat, and hello everyone. But probably some people in chat saying, I thought about that. But for the most part, these are thoughts that people are right in the now. Everyone's in the now. It can't be, because YouTube's changing right as we sit here.
Yep, for sure. Like
Really?
how much has it changed from 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Like it's massively changed. But I like, some people say YouTube is for my family, it's for the history, it's for this, it's for that. I like putting all my videos there so everyone can go there and watch them. Well, make sure you got a backup plan, because when something goes down and they refresh and they do everything from scratch, where does your content end up? So I'd have if you're saving all your videos to YouTube for history, definitely save them there for sure, but save them somewhere else, because you just don't know these days what can go on. And like I've got friends in Rumble, and they're doing really well, and I can't do that well over there for whatever reason, whether it's I'm Australian, because the ones over there aren't Australian, they're American.
Right.
And that could be the point, but I enjoy going there for the content, and I enjoy there's some really good content I get over there that I can't get here. So I do enjoy that. But you know, like last night, for instance, I was watching some crazy stuff before New Year's Eve kicked off, and then we went out and partied, and the neighbors across the road, and we just had a meet and greet, and like we're a pretty sort of quiet neighborhood. Everyone keeps to themselves, and then next thing you know, they're going, oh, and I don't tell people I got drums, because once you tell people you got drums, they pretend that they can hear them.
Mm-hmm.
When like if you say you're a drummer, they'll complain that they're hearing your drums. Can you can you shut up? When you don't even say you got drums, no one hears it. Like this guy brought out a guitar, and I said, oh yeah, like I know a couple of chords, and then he's going, oh, this is awesome, we should jam. We go, yeah, and I thought, no, shut up, don't tell him I got drums, because that's the. But when I did come home after a few vodkas and a few drinks, we've sat down, we watched all the fireworks are over, and we're just chilling out, me and the Mrs. J and the little Charlie, the dog we've got, who was all hyped up because it's the latest he's ever been awake. And he's gone, we've turned on YouTube, and the first thing we seen was Sweeney's Creek Farm, and we were watching them pull out their onions. And I'll tell you what,
Hey, Mike.
it was just so relaxing watching fellow Australians doing their thing on their property. And that's sort of when the penny was sort of dropping a bit, saying, you know what, Sweeney's Creek, they're just doing their thing on their farm, on their property. Their videos are all about farming and doing their thing. And I'm doing this big washing machine cycle of stuff. I'm just going to focus more on the little things and the simple things, and just sitting there watching the Sweeneys pull out their onions. And you should have seen them, mate. They were big as softballs. They were huge. Wow. And I quite enjoyed that video last night. Actually, I don't think I left a comment. I'm one of these slack people who I'm vegging on the lounge. I'm just relaxing. I just click the buttons. Up comes YouTube. I go, oh, look at this. And then I haven't got another device to put a comment in. I'll put a comment in later. But you know when you get a lot of views and you wonder who the people are. Well, I'm probably one of those people. That don't leave a comment behind, unfortunately.
Communist, in other words, right? Is that? But one of the things you just said is I hear everyone. This is my video documentary of this is my life. I'm leaving. Look at when you pass away on YouTube, your channel's still there, and someone may realize it. But what happens when they don't know the password?
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is I have many terabytes drives, many. And if you have just 1 terabyte drive, you're making a massive mistake. I lose 1 a year. 1 drive a year. And they don't cost that much. You need to have 3 drives. I'm telling you guys, you need to have 3 drives. It could be dust, it could be pollen, it could be anything. But I would say I just went through the other day and downloaded all of StreamYard and downloaded the entirety of my library off of YouTube. Why? What would happen if they took my channel down overnight?
Yeah.
What would happen if StreamYard and I had a disagreement, or they decided there's new policies or whatever? But my point is, you need to have that, and then there's a program everyone should check into here, guys.
And it's not like they're huge, are they, Johnny? Look at that.
Pardon me?
It's not like your hard drives have to be big, monstrous things.
I've got a 7 terabyte right now, and I've got 1 terabyte left.
Well, this is 8. This one's 8.
Well, I bet you anything, since you're a radio dude, you've got a ton of gigabytes.
Oh man, terabytes.
Yeah, right, terabytes. See, so I always figured that I was going to get 10 terabyte drives. Why? Because I want to oversave everything, so I can not lose anything. And I still lost some cam footage when I was skiing with the brother of an Olympic skier. And this was a massively incredible experience, right? And I can't find it spot, but I didn't have enough storage, I think, and I ended up deleting that. But my point is, here's what I want to tell everyone. If you have OneDrive, look for Sync Back Free. Sync Back Free. You can set up automatic backing up of your drives to one another, and you don't have to copy and paste. It does it automatically.
Oh, geez, I haven't done that yet. You're bringing information to me.
Well, it's SyncBack is an automatic tree. You go in there, and what I would do is I would get my 2 new drives, right? I would have 3 drives. Spend $500, get 3 drives. You're never going to regret it. Then you can go get SyncBack free, and you set up all your images in a test folder, right?
and you transfer, make sure you're not erasing them to get your confidence level up. And you work that way, you start building up. Because terabyte drives right now are not that expensive. You can buy one for $70.
Yeah.
So SyncBack free. It's version 7.3.2.9. I'll probably do something about this on my channel, because I'm going to be talking about this as well as optimizing your search engine optimization on your channel. Anyway, the reason I'm mentioning this is because someone like you probably has one drive, and I want to tell you, I have two multi-terabyte drives here that are going to cost me $1,300 to pull the data off each.
Wow.
Yep.
I got 4, to be honest with you, and I got one real large one on the ground as well, which is
Good,
like
good.
a marker.
So you've done this. Do you have the information backed up on the other ones?
No, I usually go copy and paste.
Okay.
And I just sit back for ages while it's doing its thing. But
the problem with those are that they can't. You'll get, when you copy and paste, at least on my computer, you'll see ones that say the name is too long to save.
Okay.
Back into it and find out where that file is, and I have, I don't know, 500,000 files.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean you got to be comfortable. And I did copy and paste for years until my file was more complex. So,
well, my little laptop that you probably can't see, that's just there. That got choked, and that was getting choked, slowing down a bit. And one of the daughters said, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I said, "Get us a hard drive." She goes, "Yeah, no worries." So she got me another hard drive, and I've moved all the data, most of the data now onto from the laptop to the little blue one that you can see just at the back there.
Mm-hmm.
And now that little laptop's zipping around. It's doing great. So it's like anything. You just got to. Nothing lasts forever, but if you maintain your machinery, your electronics, your body, you just got to maintain it the best way you can, and things last a lot longer.
And yes, and I'm really hard on things. Number one, I use things hard. So whenever I buy stuff, I have to compensate like that, right? But you're doing that is okay. Now, I'm sure when I bought these drives, I think they were $250 each. I bet you they've come down to $100 or less now. Right. But I would buy anyway. My point is, $100 is a lot of money right now. Let's admit it, with the way food is going. But so if you have a terabyte on your computer, and you have a terabyte drive because you don't have a lot of videos, and you think that you're going to get a terabyte to make do, it's not going to last. A terabyte is going to go, like, would you agree?
Like the daughter said, I'll get you 2 terabytes. And I said, no, go the next one up at least if you can afford it. And I think it only cost she got 4, the little blue ones are 4 gigabyte, a terabyte. And it's basically just based for that laptop. So it's enough for that one anyway. So that's, but yeah, 4 would be the minimum I would get.
And I found 3. It's funny you said that number. I found 3 is just big enough to be a mistake, right? Because when you need the big drive, 3 is just not enough. You have to be at 4 or above. Yeah. And by the way, I'm going to throw this out there for consideration to people. If you're going to do shorts, you need to be recording everything, because you can make a short out of anything. I watched a guy dig a hole. He never pulled anything out of it. He just dug a hole, and that was the end of the short.
Man, I can't work it out either. But it's like my daughter sent me a video of her. It's an app where a picture of her transforms into a picture of me when I was a young bloke.
Are you paying attention to the chat, by the way? I can't see it.
Sorry?
Are you paying attention? Is anyone paying attention to
the chat? Sorry, I am. I'm watching. Okay. Apparently, Sheena's not Sheena's not paying attention to chat. She's been told. Sorry, Rick. I was listening and watching to TV. A&R Guns is in 1776. Thanks for and they're right into the chat. Cottonwood Ranch. She's wonderful. She's in there, getting involved in the chat as well. Nicole Chafe's talking to everybody, so good on you, Nicole. And Big Tiny Outdoors, Sheena, pay attention to the chat, is what Big Tiny was saying.
Could I throw something out there?
Yeah.
I bought Solid State for my computer, and my new Solid State is way better than my old Solid State drive. I have not found that transferring files on Solid State is adequate. I have to use it's a slower dog process on Solid State, but Solid States will last literally. They're like a USB stick, right? You can wash them sometimes, and I've washed my terabyte phone memory stick 3 times, and I can still get it to work. When the wind blows out of the west, and I have to stand there with my flippers on, but I can get it to work. Right. Solid State's a good choice. You could ask someone in the chat that may be more technically savvy if they're fast as the spinning drives that I have. And the answer I found is no, they're not, and they're hell to deal with. So I do have I have like, I don't know, 10 1 terabyte drives that I use for taking out. I call them burner drives. If they get broken or damaged, I don't care. But my point is that those work fine for memory in and out. It's the bigger ones that just don't seem to, like the terabyte or above, it just seems to dog on me. I don't know if anyone else has that experience.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's a lot of chatter going on in the chat. John Wiggs is being funny as usual.
John Wiggs is he's probably fun to me every time he gets a chance, but that's fun.
He says you should wash your stick every day, Johnny.
Well, hey, thanks, John. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and Meg's Mysteries is in. I tell you what, Meg's Mysteries, for a lovely lady who's retired, sitting at home with a grumpy old cook, is doing a fabulous channel of talking up. She writes and tells stories, and I don't know if you've cotton on. Yeah, there you go. I'll cotton on to Meg's Mysteries. Sort of.
I have. I think I found her on Sheena.
Yeah, that's Tom Garvey's wife.
Oh, nice.
The keto cook. Yeah.
Good chat.
Yeah, but she like I thought she was reading stories out of books. I actually thought she was opening up a book and reading some stories, but no, she's writing the stories herself.
Wow,
so it's fabulous. Yeah, that's huge. It's like
painting.
Well, mate, yeah, it is. It is. That's a good analogy. But
like music, actually, just it's almost impossible to comprehend unless you can do it.
You know what? I'm gonna get to like I put out a music video for it. That's another thing I do on the side as well. Music videos for bands. I've been doing that for years, and that was sort of like, well, if I can do music videos, I can obviously make a video for YouTube because that's what they usually. I was making them for TV a few years ago, and that was a bit of fun. As in data, geez, they wanted the biggest numbers, for I forget what I had to save it to. I had to save it to the thing. It came out like about 26 gigabytes was the finished product, just for a music video. If they went for 3 minutes,
I bet that thing had a render for 10 hours.
Oh, for a day, yeah, it did. It did, and I said to my mate who paid for me to do it, I said, "How many more of these do you want me to do? Because this is ridiculous. I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
You're stopping me working." And he just said, "Go buy a new computer." And I went, "You know what? You're right." So off I went and got myself another computer. But
it's. I find it. You know, 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 that the people that have the talent don't realize how important it is, and the people that don't have it sit there with their jaws. That just, it's when you hear and see someone that just has a natural or a very hard-earned talent, it's amazing. You're actually a videographer, right? I mean, you did, from my understanding, you were pretty high level as far as promotional stuff, right?
Yeah, I've done a bit. Yeah, well, I wouldn't. You know what? I just have a crack. I've never been trained, but I've done photography for years. I used to be a photographer. I've done wedding photography, and I've done debuts, and I used to work at the races and walk around do the photo finish presentation photos, and in the hey, you're the person during the night in between races walking around the tables in the restaurant saying, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like a photo today of your momentous occasion?" Like, here's my card, blah blah blah. People would say yes or no, and then you'd take their photo, try to make a nice one, and that was my living for a while. So I was sort of, I don't know, I had an eye for photos. I don't know if you've seen, I put out the other day, a couple of pictures of an old ruined convict house on my community tab. I thought, you know what, these 3 photos are magnificent. I'm just going to whack them up on my community tab, and I just put them up there. And it was, the sun was rising, and it was, the angles, everything was nice. And I just like to. I usually share that on Facebook, but I went to my community page and posted them, and I just thought, just cute they're nice photos, and a few people said, "Geez, these are nice," that sort of thing.
Could I make a comment to some? I finally can see the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Because I was wondering, I thought you would have been more classically trained, but it seems to me that the artistic work involved with video is very much based on a vision that the person has to be able to communicate X.
A lot of stuff is that way. When someone says we want this, and this is what we want, and then you have a vision of what they want, and you go and do it.
Yeah, and it's, to me, that you're so, like, I always say you're the guy that always gets interviewed and you never get to finish your questions. But it's you're just so, if people give you, and I'm not saying that people don't, it's just you're so paused in what you say. But when you think about what you're going to say, it takes a moment, right? Because you actually are considering the right way to say it. It's a skill level. And by the way, it's one of the most difficult skills that you'll ever learn, is to be paused when you're being interviewed, because everyone thinks that if you're not talking, you're not contributing. Everyone wants to hear a person who's paused versus one that's all high energetic stuff. But people like both too. But my point is this, I think it's really a cool skill. It also shows a lot of confidence when people ask a question and just sit back and wait for you to come out with the answer, because there's a chance for both parties to speak and think, right? Because the interview it should be a challenge. It should be fun. It should be a mental
chess game.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and not in a opposition sense, but in a discovery sense, right?
Yeah, a strategy sense. Like,
yeah,
where's he going? Where's he going with this? Where am I getting led? I've been led down a garden path once or twice, so you got to try to work out which way you're going to go with it. But,
exactly. Let me, if I could, to the chat. I finally have vision. AR guns. I'm going to check out Samsung. Sheena, your style fits you, and people like that.
Yeah, my wife was saying that actually on yesterday. We were talking about Sheena. We're talking about how, I don't know how long ago it was now, but Sheena was coming on behind the avatar, and I used to always say, Sheena, come on, let's have a look at this. You got to be a beautiful face behind that avatar. You got a beautiful soul, all that sort of stuff. We were talking,
right?
And and she was saying, "Oh, not today. I haven't done my makeup or whatever." What she was, and then I just kept badgering her, and then one day she just popped out, and then we all went, "Oh, look how lovely you are," And, oh no, and now look at her. She's flying like with the Eagles right now.
Right.
She's awesome.
And she's unstoppable except for her
Oh,
own.
man.
Right. I mean, and I don't mean that health, like what she talks about. I mean, there's only, and I don't want to get into too much detail. There's only so much time you can devote to your community before it impacts you. And she is such a bright, vibrant, full of life person that she does better with it than me, actually, which is really fun. But I noticed she's been taking some breaks too, which I did think is important.
Awesome.
Yeah.
For sure.
One last thought. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Go
mate.
ahead. No,
I was
go
just
ahead.
going to say with Sheena, what she's found a niche, and she's very good at it, and she's doing the old traveling around the world. Like she's went from one time sort of area where she thought, I better get on now because everyone's on in America. Now she's, you know what, this world's a huge place. I'm going on at this time zone. I'm going to talk to my friends in England, Australia, in Asia, and she's done it very well. So yeah, my wife was just talking about it, Sheena, last night. We were at the dinner table and we had I'm very rude, and I had the iPad on, and she's going, "Is that that Sheena?" And I said, "Yep." And then she was just saying, "Yeah, she's just look at her go. She's by herself. No one's helping her. She's up there, and the mind's going, and the chat is going, and the And she said, she does that well. That's her niche." And
she hasn't even, there's certain people that haven't even hit their stride yet. She hasn't hit her stride. She doesn't even, I mean, I look at where her channel was when I first met her, and it was teeny like mine, like nothing. And where she is today, this isn't even close to her potential. It's watching someone figure out their path as they come forward, because she has got so many, how would you put it? You've got so many talents. She's got so many talents, and the more her audience and her community grows, the more she can express those, and the more people come in. Does that make sense?
Sure does.
Yeah, and by her personality, she's just a magnet, because Cottonwood said something about negativity. And I've been hated on, bashed, and everything. I don't care, guys. I couldn't care less. I worked in the corporate world. I did other stuff too, by the way. And you can't say anything that bothers me. That's how tough it is, right? But one final thought here. I think Sweeney's Creek Farm said something here.
Channel.
The best thing to do is improve your video editing, is to get in and do it. Try things, watch tutorials, talk to people, do it again, try, learn, and fail, watch more tutorials. It's all about practice. I want to challenge this thought, not because I'm right, not because you're wrong. I want to challenge this thought for everyone to think about here. You don't need good videos to be a huge success. You don't need creativity to be a huge success. ASMR may be an example of that in a way, Jonesy. I did a Creek, and I just kept on looping it for 9 hours. I got like 1,000,000 gazillion watch hours, right? Does that mean I'm talented? No, it means I can hit the repeat button. But my point is this. I have channels with 728,000 followers that get 700 views, which I think are fake, and then about 30 comments. And I also know channels that outperform them with 400 followers, right? Because they're busy working their community. So my thought is this. The number one fault that people have, including myself, we're all guilty, is I used to deal with salespeople. Everyone knew everything. Everyone made the perfect stock trade. That's why they were all working, of course, still.
forever, and they all knew their trade better than anyone else, and none of them read a effing thing. None of them did anything to improve themselves except for a small group of people that did. And one of the things that is really key is the statement that Sweeney said. You have to go to school. The book I'm reading here, I've quoted this 3 times. I want to read this to everyone here because it's, I don't know if this is true or not, Jonesy. I just want to read it because it's so profound to me that this guy came out and actually said it. Give me 1 second here. I want to find the page. Okay. If you're just getting started on YouTube, do not expect to pull any type of viewership in your first year. If this isn't something you can accept, don't start. And I think a lot of us have proven that statement to be wrong. Wouldn't you say, Jonesy?
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of people. You look. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And some once you start, whether it's ego driven or whether it's work driven or whether it's passion driven, and once you do start, that gets that ball rolling. So, but people do freeze up at different points in their growth, their pages. There's things of growth, but yeah, no, I'd say for whatever reason you start a YouTube channel is what you should be. Why the reasons are there are, I should say, there are many reasons why people start YouTube channels, and this can be one of them. Like if you're in a hurry and you want to go, I'm going to be a superstar. Why have I only got 100 views on this video, or why have I only got 12 views on this video? Well, that does your head in. You just need to, it's like writing a song. You don't stop at the first song. You just keep writing them, and hopefully you get better. But,
and so I'm going to continue on with that thought on this, just because what you said is, again,
I ran in circles. Yeah, I went in a big circle there, but yeah, continue on, John.
Yeah,
sounds like interesting.
But if you can, then you need to do this. Make 100 videos. It doesn't matter what they are because they will be terrible. But do something you like doing, which is exactly what you said, exactly what Sheena said, right?
Yeah.
1 second here. I want to make sure I got, okay. Your first 10 videos will be garbage. Make 10 more. They'll also be garbage. And do so to the next 10. But eventually things will start to improve. You'll still be better little by little. And the best way to improve your content is to make content and see what people like you were just saying. Then you'll notice something with your 101st video. It will be a whole different league than your first video. It will still be a long way from good content, but it will still be better than your first video was. And that's where I want to stop. There's a lot there, right? I mean, those words are massive to me. And I want to go back to the original quote because on this person, I want to make sure I say it right. Sweeney's Creek Farm said,
yep.
If you want to be good at content, you need to do pre-shots, post-shots. You need to be doing setup shots, walking away shots, walking to. It is exhausting. Ask Jonesy about that. What it takes to make a really good video. It's not just sitting down. I used to have to write entire pages full of text and what I wanted the setup to be like for X. It was an exhaustive process, which goes into how are you going to sell it? Do you need a drone shot here? How is it going to be? Are you going to be driving, right? You just don't wing it. We all wing a lot of the stuff that we do. If it's not professional, we don't have the time. Am I wrong on this?
No, you're right. Everyone's just clicking the button and going.
Yeah. So it's not a bad thing, but we have to recognize that if you're going to put a video together, what it actually takes, it takes me sitting down with a videographer. What is the goal? Then you write the ABCs, right? What you want to accomplish, the beginning, what the problem is that you're trying to address, it is a huge deal. These people just don't go out camping. They don't go out skiing. They don't go out fishing that are getting these million views. They might have started out that way, but they really have a videographer. They know the setup. They get the boat launch, right? It's a massive undertaking. So my whole point is you don't have to do all that, guys. I can show you channels that have 5,000, 8,000 people that do nothing but copy and paste people responding to their videos. What is important is that you have a community going, that you engage, and you can build up any way you want to, but you need to go to school, like that comment said. It's so critical. That is your determination. It's your only, and someone said this early on in your broadcast, the only thing that stops you from being successful is you.
Yeah, that's correct.
Period. And you have to decide how much effort. That's why these
how
guys.
hard you want to work.
Yep, it's a ton.
Nothing is given to you on a plate. You've got to work for it. But you got to know what your goal is, what you really want to achieve, and where you're aiming. And yeah, it's like here today. I usually go live this time. For me, this is Sunday morning, and but today it's New Year's Day, and I had about 5 hours sleep. I had a headache. I was just I was walking around the yard doing my thing, and I'm thinking, you know what? I need to clear my head. I went and had a shower. Mrs. said, just go sit down and relax. Go out to your room. Well, I come out to my room, and what do? I either watch someone's video. I thought, you know what? I'm going live. I'll just go live early, and I'll just see what happens. But I just wanted to talk about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, how's people going to change their channels this year, and and it's really turned into a lovely conversation because we've had a bit of laughter, a bit of fun, some fireworks, and now Johnny's coming in with some wise words, and it's been, or should I say, cuddles. Where'd you get that one from? Where did this arrive from anyway?
I don't know. It's just half of the reason that you enjoy talking with people is because it's interaction. It's not just puking, right?
Oh yeah.
And what you have is everyone in the audience going back and forth. Sweeney's has come up with some great stuff.
Great channel. Yeah, great channel.
Now, Sweeney said something that's really key. Most people leave your video within 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I had the best 2-minute introduction known to mankind. It was the stupidest introduction I could come up with. And for some people that really liked me, they stuck with it. But, most of them was like taking your nails and scratching it across a chalkboard, right?
Yep.
So I cut mine down to 4 seconds or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You have an introduction? I don't think you do.
Usually, no. I've either got the water. Have you seen the ones where I do the water on the beach, where I write my name in the sand, and then the wave runs it over and then washes it away, and I put it in reverse, so the wave comes in and then disappears, and there's my name in the sand. Right. I usually chuck that on, or I've got a jingle that's written for me. That's hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're in another live with Radio Jonesy. that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the other thought here too is, and I'm going to have to check out Sweeney's. I'm writing the name down. I like their.
I think Nicole just dropped the link. I think
it's the key thought here is. You don't need beautiful videography to be a success. And I think I've said that 3 times now.
Yeah.
It is you. Look at Sheena. Perfect example, right? Look at you, Jonesy. You have these guests on. I remember watching that one guest you had that was a musician. And I was totally digging it.
I gotta do more
walked out of the room. I go, Jesus, this guy knows this dude.
Oh
That's
man, I know. That's the thing. Like this channel, Radio Jonesy, was getting away from the music scene.
Yep.
And then I try to keep it separate, but Radio Jonesy's page and Australian Radio Indie TV, which is my other page or channel, it doesn't have the same subscribers that are passionate. Like the more people there are just. But yeah, no, I might do a few more interviews. I got tons of mates. I've got a mate coming down to the island actually next week, and he's with used to be in a super group, and they've got another. All it is really is a bunch of musicians that are really good are coming down as this. What are they called? They changed their name so many times, and they're playing the casino. Then they're playing. That's down south, and then they're coming up this end, and they're doing like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I said to the wife, "It looks like you won't see me for 3 days when this is going on." And she said, "Yep, you take your cameras. That's what you like to do." So
nice, you have a spouse.
Sorry, mate. What was that?
That's nice. You have a supportive spouse. I mean,
yeah.
They just want you to be happy, and that's what it takes. It's your getaway, it's your oasis.
And we got married in 85, and we lived together for 2 years before that. So that's 83, and it's been a long time. And yeah, like the main reason we're on the island is because this is where she wanted to come. So yeah, we basically sold up, left everything behind, and all the music scene that I was with. And yeah, we're down here having, and I've picked up a bit of work here. I've got a radio gig down here, but it's never going to, it'd be lucky to pay one bill, let alone pay the wages. But I've got that's at a local station here called Coast FM. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to kick that off I think it kicks off on the 26th, which is Australia Day. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing that again and introducing this island to my style of music, which is what they're happy for me to do. And they wanted me to come and join as a, like just sit down and press the buttons and whatever song's on the system is what I announce. And I said, no, I don't do that. I've never done that. And then the manager said, what do you want? And I explained to him. And then I showed him a demo, and he said, yeah, mate, sounds great. We can do that. We can work with that and see where it goes. And I get a percentage of ad revenue. So let's hope I can grow the show.
That's awesome. I mean, it's, what, for me, it'd be a shame for you to drop music completely. But
it's in my life, mate. It's my DNA. I'll never
it sounds in that one interview, it's like you're not sitting there trying to impress us. It was so far away from that. It was like two guys, blokes, sitting in the room having a conversation like they've had 50 times before. And it wasn't rushed, and it was just like you could do this. It's almost like you were a trade, like you're a carpenter, right? And you hang around with the 100 people that you hang around with all the time. They come and go, they travel into the job site or whatever, and know these guys cold. It's not even a musician with a name. It's just another person that you know. It was amazing.
Well, to be honest, that's it. I've been hanging around these guys, my little music community, for a while. But yeah, and I really enjoy it. And you know what's really bad is that, like, I'm really bad on the drums, really bad compared to a drummer, like a really quality drummer.
Oh, I suck worse. Hell, I want to tell you.
Yeah. And guitar, like I'll play a couple of chords. I love to sing, and I've got a couple of songs that I do really well. But my mate's just finished his album, his very first album. And he said, mate, if I can do it, you got 3 songs now. He said,
right,
do a couple more covers and write a couple more songs and put out an album. He said, and then you've got a little format here. You got a little network where people want to hear you. So yeah, I've got the avenue with. I got my own radio link, and I've got my own YouTube little community of 300 odd. So it'd be interesting to see. Oh, good on you! Look at that. He's a champion. Knew I liked you for a reason.
Yeah,
What's
suck up,
what?
suck up. He's just sucking up now. He just wants to be on your next interview show. It's
Yeah.
awesome. He's actually, you know, it's funny, the banter. He's a great account. I love the comments.
You should have seen the video with have a look at the videos with the onions, Johnny. And right at the end, he comes back with a blue tongue lizard. I don't know if you've seen the blue tongues. A lady, he's a snake catcher as well.
Oh,
so when somebody has snakes in their property, they get a call to come out and get like relocate them, pick them up and take them back into the bush. And he picked up a. The lady thought it was a brown snake, but it was a harmless little blue tongue. They can bite you and latch on, and but they're pretty placid. They're really good for your garden. They clean out all your snails. And we used to have one in my old house, and he used to come under the front. He could squeeze under a little gap under the front door, and he would squeeze in the house. And I remember the kids now are in their late 20s or mid 20s. They come home from primary school, so this is like they're about 12 years old, and they put all their school bags down at the front door in the foyer, and we're in there talking away and watching a bit of music and playing a bit of music, having a bit of fun, and we could hear this rustling inside the bags, and we're going, "What have you got what's in your bag?" And they go, "I don't know," and then this rustling, and we go, "Well, something's alive in there. Let's have a look." And it was this nice big sized blue tongue lizard. He was he either come in with them in their bags or he snuck under the door. We couldn't work it out, but he was in the house. And then I picked him up, and the kids were, "Oh, don't touch him, Dad." I said, "They don't hurt you." I've picked him up, and I'm holding him sort of not. I should have been closer towards his head, but I'm holding up around his legs, and he just turned around, and he just latched on to the gap between your thumb and your first finger. He let right in here. He latched on, and then they don't let go. You gotta hold their weight underneath them. You gotta hold them underneath, and they sort of feel comfortable, and they'll let go. But like an idiot, I put my hand up in the air, and he's latched on, hanging down. And he's gripping tighter now. He drew blood, and the kids are screaming, "Ah!" And I'm going, "It's all right. It's only a blue tongue."
Oh,
I took him out the back. Yeah, I took him out the back and put him in the garden. But he was, like that. Man, if YouTube was around, what was that? 12 years ago or something. That if someone had a camera, that would have been gold. But it was. We do have some funny things going.
Well, I'm going to check out both of his. I'm going to check out. He said he has 2 channels, and I'm going to check out both of those. And by the way, John Wiggs, you're the front spoon, and I'm just not going to hear anything else about that. So don't be hating. Don't be hating.
He mistook my hand for a snail. So
I've heard that a lot of snakes won't let go either. You just, like, once they're in and you grab them, they're tense. I don't know. I just don't know anything about snakes.
They'll bite you, and they put their venom in, and they run away. That's their mode of attack. They bite and they go. And snakes don't want to. Snakes will only attack you if you've cornered them or you've trod on them or they feel threatened. Normally, a snake, even the ones that are really, really dangerous, like most snakes are over here, they want to escape. They don't want to hang around. Like, we're giants. They don't want to hang around giants. They're not going to eat us. They're just going to defend themselves and nick off. And the worst thing about the big snakes, you can sort of see them and you can handle them. little snakes, the offspring, right? They're young and stupid. They bite you and give you a full dose of venom because they got the same amount of venom when they're born
Right.
as when they're an adult. So if you get bitten by a little juvenile, which could only be about, like as big as a small lizard or a bit bigger than a small lizard, you can, that's where you can really get in trouble.
Yeah, just the comment here now.
Yeah, we'll hit and run.
Yeah.
Our pythons hang on for a bit, yeah. Well, I've never been one for snakes. Like I grew up in a country town where unfortunately they used to say a good snake was like a snake not around anymore. But they're protected. Like you're not allowed to kill them. They're protected and people love them, hey. People really, really here we go. Here's another great people. Snakes are amazing, to be honest. They slither around. If it wasn't for snakes, we'd be. This is a comment I heard on with Sweeney's on the other one of his videos. He said if it wasn't for snakes, we'd all be dead because the rats would take over and the rats would eat all the crops, and we'd be they're just the perfect animal that's been put here for a reason, and the reason is to keep down the vermin, which they do very well. But Sean from Down Under Cruises, another good mate. Mate, Sean, I've got a hangover. I had one too many vodkas last night. Unfortunately, a neighbour was drinking vodka and just kept sharing them with me. So I've been sitting out here now for a couple of hours. I'm recovering with one of these, and
he has to put up with
a packet of these. This puts a bit of sugar back into your system. Oh man, I don't feel. I feel I'm gonna veg out later today, but sit down in the lounge and just relax. And Happy New Year to you, Sean. Lovely channel, lovely guys. They do good things for disadvantaged. They raise money for disadvantaged people that go on cruises as well. So they pay for the cruises and organize group cruises and do all sorts of things. So hopefully we're cruising with them for a few days late March. We'll be looking forward to that. Going from Melbourne to Sydney. You could drive it in 9 hours or something, but no, we're taking 4 days to get there by boat. It'll be fun.
Well, sir, I am going to see if the wife wants to cook the steaks now. And I want to tell you, I enjoyed this conversation so much. And I enjoyed getting to chat with you and the gang. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm at a stage where I'm just about to pull the plug because good old Devil Dog comes on in 10 minutes from now. And I need to, he says, look at this. I need to do the slam. I don't want to drink nothing hot today. I'm just, Johnny, really enjoyed your company, mate. It's been great having a chat.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure's been mine.
Cheers, all.
Yep, that's Cuddles, better known as Johnny Smallpepper. But copy. Where are we? I'm just going to. What I'm going to do. How long have I been up for? 2 hours and 20. Yes, it finishes. I've been on for a couple of hours, mate. So I know you've been sleeping. There he is. There's Johnny. Happy New Year. If you haven't connected with Johnny Smallpepper, do yourself a favor. And he's a lovely guy. And we all should, connect with the lovely people. And he is one of them. I tell you what, I can't believe he eats those. I don't know how he does it, but he eats the peppers, the hot ones, man. I'm struggling eating a dip, with a bit of hot stuff in it. But what I'm going to do now? I'm going to what have we got here? Oh, hello. We got someone's popping in to say hi. G'day, mate.
G'day, Jonesy. Happy New
How
Year,
are
bud.
you? Thanks, buddy, and to you. And yeah, I'm.
So, quiet time at home, was it?
Yeah, one of the neighbours. We're out the front watching a few of the fireworks, and yeah, thanks, Johnny. Really appreciate your time, mate. I really loved it. Really incisive guy too. He's one switched on dude. Yeah, we were. Did you want to pop up now, Raquel? Is that what you want? Or are you sticking around towards the end? Here's Raquel from Cottonwood Ranch.
Hello.
Hello.
G'day,
Hello,
g'day.
Sean, Raquel, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Nice to meet you, Raquel.
You should
Happy
see
New
where
Year
she
to
lives.
you.
Happy New Year to you as well.
And guess what?
Where's home?
You should check. Yes, that's what I'm going to say.
Canada.
Which
I
part?
don't know how I sound because I don't have my mic plugged in because I never unplugged my terabyte drive.
That's pretty good. It's all good.
We can hear you.
Are you central Canada?
Yes.
Yeah, full of snow and ice and absolutely lovely picture postcard stuff. But I don't know if I could live with it. But I'd definitely visit for sure.
Mate, Canada's too freaking cold for me.
Yeah, I know we are soft. We are soft. Homestead Aquarius, yes. Encourage people to try to find themselves. Yep. There's some great people in the chat today. I really enjoyed. I've come on early, only because I just wanted to get the mind off the headache.
Did it work?
And yeah, actually it did. I had a good chat with Johnny. I might as well stay on for the extra 5 minutes here and get my 2.5 hours in.
Hey, mate.
Yeah.
Lots of sugar and lots of water.
Yeah, I haven't drank water at all today, but I'll definitely. I got a slab of water in the car. I'm going to go down and grab that very soon. But sugar.
What's the problem?
I thought
But you got to do
it
the
was
slab,
what
mate.
gave people headaches.
Sorry, Raquel?
I thought sugar is what gave people headaches.
I think the vodka gives me the headache.
The
What were
problem,
you drinking it
the
with?
problem is alcohol is a diuretic. It dehydrates you. So the more dehydrated you get, the more you want to drink. So the more vodkas you have, when you should actually be supplementing that dehydration with some water.
Well, we did have a little bit of orange, so squeezed orange. It wasn't orange juice. It was like they cut some orange slices and then just squeezed them into the vodka and said, try that. And
Well, that helps a little bit.
I like what Aquarius said there.
Here we go. Yes.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too. Jeez, there's some lovely people in the chat. And Raquel says coffee. I don't drink coffee. Raquel, sorry. Sheena. Yeah, see, I told you. I'm not with it today, but
Hey, that's a good thing to be mistaken.
yeah, you're two big superstars, both. Yes. How you going for your numbers and your watch hours there, Sean? Just quietly.
Actually, I haven't had a decent look, but let me have a look. See quickly.
If people haven't connected with Down Under Cruising with Sean, type in radio in the chat, Sean. That should drop your link. And if you want to connect with,
I don't think I have him yet. I'm gonna have to add him up.
he's lovely people, and in March you might see a few videos with me and Sean having a chat. Because
The link there's got the added link. It doesn't have our special URL with the Down Under Cruises on the end. But that's okay. It'll get you to us.
That's the link, is it? Which link is that one? Yeah, the
Good on you. Thank you, Creek.
Yeah, I've just got this medical thing happening in late January, and then after that, yep, Down Under Cruises. That's the link. 5:35. So you're halfway.
Yep.
You're past the halfway mark.
Past the halfway mark, and we need another 500 in there so that we can look at the monetization. G'day, Sweeney's.
Jonesy, you're gonna
G'day,
go off.
how's it going?
Yourself?
Yeah, hot.
Hi,
Where are you?
mate. I got this one.
Central Victoria. So just
Central
just a bit
Victoria.
north of-
Up where?
just a bit north of Jonesy.
Oh, okay.
No,
A bit north of
Sean's in
Jonesy. So I'm even closer to Jonesy than you are.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah, Sean's in Melbourne. You're
okay.
up. You're in
Probably
is it
Bendigo.
Ballarat? Bendigo.
No,
Bendigo.
Yeah.
I knew it
Yeah,
was a
that's
B. And Cottonwood's
So
got
Bendigo,
the snow and the ice.
So yeah, we've just hit 31 degrees. It's not even noon yet. So
Yeah, I
So we
some days
feel
I
like
miss.
31.
And we're cloudy and overcast and windy. It's not.
And what are you, Raquel?
I missed the question because I'm letting my dogs out.
Oh,
Temperature.
the temp.
My temperature?
Yeah.
-8 currently. It was up to -5 today.
See,
what's that green stuff on the ground, Jonesy?
Like the grass.
Yeah, no, we ain't got none of that. Ours is
you got brown, have
bone
you?
dry.
You know what? That was brown. That was brown when I moved in. Wallabies eat it, and I just put some Bunnings, a box of Bunnings seed on there, and it shot up pretty good.
We're on 20 acres of parched, dry, crispy grass at the moment. There's nothing.
Had the floods.
What
I
do
mean,
you
you just had all that rain.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone from mushy and muddy to bone dry in 6 weeks. It's crazy.
Right.
Do you grow
Sorry,
stuff, or
Sean.
do you have animals on your property?
Yeah, we've got both. We've got a small herd of Murray grey cows. We've got chickens, and then we've got a fruit orchard which is really struggling at the moment. We're just struggling to keep the water up to it, and then we've got some garden beds and high tunnels, and grow a bit. So we've only been on the property like a year and a half. So so we've got a bit done, but always like to get more done. But when you both work full time, it makes it tricky too. Like you're sort of doing the homesteading in the time that you have available.
I know the feeling.
But, I'm glad, James, you enjoyed the onion video. Our onion crop was just mind blowing this year. It was the first time we've ever grown them, and some of them they were just huge
Softballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I and I enjoyed the lizard too when you come back with that.
I love the blueies. Yeah.
They brought so much. Like I was saying, I picked that one up out of the bag, and I had him just behind his sort of legs. And you know how they turn their head right around, and he just latched straight on.
Yep.
And I went, But,
there's a video on YouTube somewhere. I've got to try and find it again. If ever I need a laugh, I go and watch these videos. It was a guy up north in Queensland somewhere, and he found a northern bluey. And the northern blueys, their mouth has a bit more of a ridge on it, so they've got a bit more, not teeth, but they bite a bit more. Yep. And he went to pick this thing up, and it bit him. And he's gone back and it actually cut his finger, and he's got blood going everywhere. And he's gone back to grab it again, and it spun around and done him again. And he's gone twice. effing twice. He's twice. And he had blood going everywhere. And just his reaction when he got nailed by this blue tongue a couple of times. It's a funny video. I'll have to see if I can find it again.
Yeah, it's they're just a fun animal. Like,
yeah,
remember, have you ever been to Rookwood Cemetery in Sydney?
No.
It's hugest, biggest cemetery in the Southern Hemisphere or something. It's massive. When we moved from our family farm or property, we moved down to Lidcombe, which is in Sydney, and I went to school and I was hanging out with this kid, this young bloke, and his name was Johnny, and I said, "Hey, Johnny, like, where do you live?" He said, "Oh, Rookwood," and I didn't really. And then tomorrow was bring your pets to school day. Like, we had to bring a pet, so everyone was bringing in the cat or their dog in a little box or on a lead. He brought in a goanna that he had on a leash, and it would walk. It would walk with this little cat lead, and you know how goannas do that lumbersome walk. I'll never forget it. And then he used to pull it like that, and the goanna would stand up, and then it would go, the hissing, and it might scaring the girls. It was, I'll never forget that for as long as I live. At lunchtime, the principal said he had to go home. Because his dad, and they worked in the middle of the cemetery. His parents worked there, and they had the house there, and there were snakes and lizards and all sorts of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he had a pet
anywhere. Look, anywhere that gets overgrown that you don't get a lot of people going into. That's where you'll get snakes. Yeah, I am alive at the moment. Hang on a minute. I've got to go, guys. Julian.
Right.
So
Thanks for popping in.
No worries. See you guys.
Lovely. Great channel. Like, he's got his channel last night made me think about my channel, because I've come back at about 2 a.m. We're in, and I just chuck YouTube on to have a look, and then I was watching other stuff, and the YouTube thing was, YouTube want to share your videos out, and they want to share you out if you're a subject matter.
Yeah.
And your subject matter, for me, you look at my channel, honestly, and my channel's just I'll just go to my videos here. Like, my channel, honestly, I've got male call, a walk down the beach, a male call, Paddy Melons. It's just like more Paddy Melons, more beach, Paddy Melons, a funny video of me mate, Expeditionary Johnny being Batman, bit of coastline, going to the pub in a boat. Yeah, another funny thing where someone's eating a ghost pepper. Male call, another beach, more Paddy Melons, male call, beach, another funny, you know what I mean? Like, and then there's a drive around. I've done a magpies attack video. I've done another news thing with Neil the Seal, another funny one. Like, my videos are just a mishmash of stuff for this channel. Yeah, and we were discussing it with the lovely wife, and she said, you should be doing what you do best. Is just what I'm doing now. It's like either interview or talk or start fresh, because I'm only new really with 400, just under 400 subs.
Yep.
So I'm only new, and definitely if I started promoting another channel to say, hey, I'm over here too, guys, I'd get half of them to come over.
Yep.
So there's a quick 200, and then I'm not far away from where I used to be. So yeah, it is. Hello, it's the birthday girl. Happy New Year, Gulf Coast Granny, and happy birthday, by the way. Hope you had a great day.
Happy New Year and happy birthday.
Yeah, there's some
But you know
wonderful
what,
people.
Jonesy? All you need to do is just get some direction.
Yeah, well, see, I started a channel, right? Because I like the beach stuff. I've got Tasmania ASMR, as you probably noticed in your chats the other night.
Yep.
Well, that's that.
Yep.
I've only got 3 beach videos there, and I've only just really kicked it off. And I'm going to grow that into a little. That's one thing of just going to different beaches around the island and just filming it, and then just different shots and all audio with the good audio cameras. That one behind me there. Yeah, and I'm just going to go another direction with another channel that I'm probably going to dump about 10, 15 videos into it before I even send them out into the public. But yeah, and this one's just going to be the mishmash. If I get a mail call for any of my other channels, I'll chuck it on this one. This will be like home base. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be Radio Jonesy something, Tasmania ASMR, and then I've got the other 2 channels that are just fun channels as well. Just if someone needs one extra sub to get somewhere, I can always pull that one out of the pocket and make a comment and watch a video.
Shh! Don't say too loud. The YouTube gods might hear you.
Oh, they're legal channels. Like one of them is just a shorts channel. I just do shorts on one of them. Yep. Thanks, Game Freak.
It's going to be good. You just need to direct yourself, and then you're going to get things will happen.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. It's like your community with all your cruising buddies and mates that you sort of travel around a bit. You're doing the right thing, and everyone's sort of slowly growing with you, and everything's moving along. So it's I could do a ship channel and just film the ships coming and going with the long lens and just talk about where they've been, and how long they're important and where they're going to, and put them out. And that'd be like 15 minutes or. And people, there's so much, and I don't even have to leave the house. You know what I mean? I could just pull the camera out and press record. And go to the Tas ports, and all the information's there.
Absolutely. Hey, any questions about the cruise?
No, the wife was just asking things like, she smokes a bit. She was just asking. She was going to give it away in New Year's Eve, and today's New Year's Day.
And she's still doing it.
Yeah, she's still doing it. I said, you give that away, and I'll stop drinking these ones. And there's and she said, "Yep, that's a deal. Let's do it." Anyway,
I can see you're still drinking them.
Well, I got a headache. I haven't bought no more. I still got what's in the fridge, but I bought a slab of water just to. That's in the car because I was preparing myself. No, I've got some medical stuff to do in late January, and once all that's sorted, then I'll know exactly. 100%. Yeah, we're on the boat, or no, I'm doing. I could be doing something else. I just don't know. I got to really. I've booked it, and we've put the. I don't know when I got to pay the final. I got to go back to that email. But, it's
the other thing to take a look at is there is an app that you can download called the Medallion app, which is a Princess Cruises app, and that will help you get ocean ready. So it'll want documentation, things like you don't necessarily need to have your passport, but you can have a driver's license for ID. So you can put all that stuff into that app on your phone, and it just makes it easier when it comes to boarding time.
Right. the wife doesn't drive either. So what happens there?
Any
So she
type
just-
of ID that she's got.
Yeah, Tasmanian. Yep. Yeah, that's. Yeah, but anyway, that's definitely. I'm sort of looking forward just to relaxing, to be honest.
Yep.
You know,
You're gonna have a good 4 days worth of relax, let me tell you. I know
Yeah.
you'll be on board there and you'll be watching all the musos there and you'll be going, yeah, he's good. Wait a minute, what do I think? Yeah, maybe. Do I know that guy?
Okay.
Yes, I know that guy.
Yeah, I'm hoping I do know a few people, to be honest. But yeah, man, I'm not judgmental on musos. Like I'm terrible, so I know how bad. You know, I know how bad. You know, I mean, I know when someone's really good. Let me just say it that way. I know when someone's got a talent that definitely stands out. But yeah, but it is. Oh, it is too. I was going to knock off at 12 o'clock for the old Devil Dog. He's on over at his channel, and we should jump on over. I've got 8 people in the room according to my counter, and
So 3 of them are you and the other 3 are me. That leaves
Gulf Coast Granny's in, Sheena's in, and I think Krubby the Beagle, he's
One
in,
of
but
them's
he's
me as well because I have my phone running.
Gandalf. He's just jumped back in. Gandalf Smith, how are you, my little Gandalf friend? Is that your first name, Gandalf? Or is that because Gandalf, isn't that in Harry Potter?
yes. No, not Harry Potter. Yeah, he was in Harry Potter, but there was also another one from The Hobbits. Wasn't that Gandalf
Okay.
as well?
Could have been, mate. And what else we got? Camp Creek here. Yep. Camp Creek. Camp Creek. Where is Camp Creek? Man, I started going through some subscribers in my channel too.
Mm-hmm.
Gandalf. No, my name is Bill. Yeah.
That's because he looks like Gandalf, probably.
Lord of the Rings. There we go.
That's right. Lord of the Rings.
Gandalf. It's a great name. Yeah, the music scene. There's remember the Ted Murray gang?
Yes.
You know, like Ducktown, Strutter's Ball, and Jump in My Car, and all them sort of old songs. Well, Steve Mulray, like Ted's younger brother, he's been in a number of bands, like heavy rock bands, Black Label, and a few others. But he's touring with a bunch of musos in Tassie in a few weeks, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with him because we're pretty
That'd
good
be
mates.
cool.
And oh yeah, they're playing Hobart at the casino, so that means we'll go down there and we'll spend the night, and then heading up to Launceston for the next gig the next day, and then coming
So
up to Devonport.
you're gonna be a groupie.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to take my cameras. I'll be filming a lot of stuff going on for the couple of channels, and might get an interview, might promote him a little bit, and then we might do some fun stuff as well. And then we're filming stuff. Well, I mean, we'll have to turn the cameras off at some stage because some stuff doesn't need
The
to be.
batteries will run flat.
That's it. That's the answer.
It's not because
Yeah.
you're going behind the scenes. The
Oh, I mean,
batteries
he's-
are going flat.
Steve Mulray. I think. Remember Hush?
Yes.
They're the bass player from Hush and a few other. They're called the Masters of Pop or the Masters of Rock. I can't remember which version he's bringing, but they're all quality musos. It's just going to be great fun, good jam, and be good to catch up. With any luck, I might be able to get into the sound check and even just jump on something and have a crack at something and pretending I'm there playing with them. You know what I mean? Like
You never know.
sound check. Oh, sound checks are fun. We've done a lot of. A mate of mine does rehearsals on sound check. Like he goes to the band. There might be the bass player and the drummer in another band, and for their sound check, they did the vocals for the lead singer and they did the guitarist, and then this mate of mine jumps up and he says, "Now we're going to do this song and this song, and this song," and that's like a rehearsal for the other band that they're in. So the sound check's basically another band doing a rehearsal. So you know, it's a lot of you can do a lot of Rat Pack.
Sorry, Jonesy.
That's great. I'll go to hear
Troy,
the little echo.
Are you following me everywhere again?
Is that
like
Rat Pack?
Yeah, Nomadic Rat Pack is Troy. I like him. He's a hell of a nice guy. Just ask him about his water tank video.
Okay. What can you tell me about your water tank video, Troy? All joking aside, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. And how did you end up last
Likewise,
night?
Troy.
I seen
And you know
you
what?
went out
You keep changing the spelling of my name, so that's awesome. You're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, is it? There's no W.
No,
There's just
if
A.
you pull away, you'll see my name in the.
Oh yeah.
Take the chat away. There, you'll see my
Yes,
name in the.
Okay. Sean's just a hard one to guess.
And
Some
it's always
people have seen SEAN. Some people call that Sean. Don't
Yeah.
ask me how.
Well, that is Irish, Sean. Just go to the second one from the bottom.
My water pump gets me wet. Oh wait, it's not destination highlights. Yes.
So you know Mike from the Adventures of Traveling, the Traveling Adventures of Mike.
Yes, where that banter gets a bit hairy. Yep.
Yeah. Now Mike did originally. Mike set up a channel, not a channel, a chat that ran continuously for 26 days.
Really?
Then somebody hit the button, and then we started up again, and then in total it ended up doing 56 hours straight. 56 days straight without having any breaks. So there was some person who was taking the reins and running the show, and it was done to break a record, and it well and truly did. But one of the things was, it was late night for us, like about, was it? It's like about 9 or 10 at night, and Troy was coming off a long shift, and he was talking to one of the other guys. I forget who it was who was talking to. The guy was asking him water, and Troy was leaning down the side of his bed grabbing some water. And what are you doing? Oh, he's got this water pump, and he pulls it up, and it's a head with a spout, and the base of the hose goes into the bottle so that it can suck out the water. And he goes, all you got to do is just press this button. And he pressed the button, and it sprayed water all over him. And he goes, I mean, this was done on a live show, right?
Yeah.
These sort of comedy acts, you could never set them. You could never go wrong with them. It was good fun.
I was on a live here not that long back with the Canadian fishing musician Rich and another Canadian, I think Al chafed my back step, and a bird flew into the studio here, and he's flying around. He's just flying everywhere, and I couldn't get rid of him, and the door was open. He just didn't know how to fly out, and he landed on the window back there. So I've got out of my chair and I've snuck up around him and I've tried to catch him, and I missed him, and he's flying around, and they're laughing their heads off. And then they told me to go big screen. He said, "Hey, go big screen." So I've gone like this, and then we're walking around. I'm walking around this room, trying to catch this stupid bird, and sure enough, I caught him. And then I brought him to the camera, and I've said, And here he is. And as I sort of tried to loosen my grip a little bit, he flew straight out and went back to the window, and I had to catch him a second time. And they were laughing their heads off, and they're saying, "Cut this out. Make this a video. This is gold." And I haven't. But I've done that twice
You never
now.
know. It could very well go viral.
Yeah, well, you might give me something to do later on. But yeah, it was quite funny watching. And then when I rewatched it, looking at it, because I'm concentrating on catching the bird, and then I'm watching them laughing, and I'm thinking, look at the size of me, strutting around like a baby elephant trying to catch a little sparrow or finch, whatever he was.
That's funny.
But he was
No.
nice. And the bird was nice, and I let him go, and he flew to the back fence, and he sort of thought, wow, that was an experience, and he sat there, and then he flew away. But he,
What, the bastard didn't even feed me?
no, he crapped on me flag too.
Did he?
That's another story. Had to wash the flag. But so what's your plans for? Anyway, what have we got here? I missed that live. Yeah, it's in my lives. I'll have to rename one of them the bird catching live at the whatever times of the video, because it was quite hilarious actually. Yeah, clip it. Yeah, I should. I like it. It's the fire truck's going out. I don't know if you can hear the siren.
Can't hear anything.
No. Anyway, it's a good Sennheiser. So you talk like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works good. But yeah, no, it's what time have we got? Oh, well, I'll go another 5 minutes and I'll turn this one off. This is the longest live I've ever done. Going up to 3 hours, and I know Devil Dog's on. If you want some fun, Devil Dog's live. He's doing his shout outs and things. Yeah. Oh, good community. Like honestly, Sheena, she's have you connected with Sheena, Sean?
No, I've got to do that.
Definitely connect with Sheena. Ketovore Life. Sheena's Ketovore Life. She actually does a few lives, and people from all over the world come to it, and they all talk. And if you like what you hear, I mean, she talks, but they chat in the chat. Very interesting channel, she does it all by herself. She's she's had some bad experiences on these open panels in the past, where people have popped in. Oh, she's jumped on your bus. Beep beep.
Sheena should jump up on panel.
She should jump up on panel.
Well,
it would be.
Yeah. Come on up, Sheena. And thank you. I will jump on yours.
It doesn't sound right, but yep.
No, but you know what I mean.
Your bus, not yours.
Well, being typical Aussie, I like to shorten everything.
Actually, how long have you been in the country? Can I ask you that question?
44 years.
Wow. Awesome. So you come out here as a 1-year-old?
No, thanks. Love you too. I was 17 and a half. I just finished my HSC.
Oh, wow. Well, okay, here's another question for you. What's it like growing up in what Johannesburg, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
So what's it like growing up as a teenager in Johannesburg back in them days?
In them days, it was actually a little bit on the scary side because there was a bit of an underswell going on at the time. It was around about the 1976 Soweto riots.
Yeah.
And that was really uncomfortable. I mean, you had the privilege of walking around in Johannesburg as a white kid, and pretty much everything was okay. But then, as time came by, things got a little bit more difficult. And so, when we got out of there, it made it that all I was going to do was just get the hell out of there, and that was it. I was never going back. My sister is going to go back there and run the Comrades Marathon, which is it's like our Sydney to Melbourne race, almost.
Okay. Your sister's going to run like that, like 700 miles or something. 700 Ks.
Yeah. My sister's nuts.
I was going to say, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, I say that every time I speak to her. But she'll say it's exercise. You do as you're told. So I let her go and do her stuff, and
she's a runner.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Take my hat off to her. It's Matt. Like, when was what year was the Australian cricket team went over there for the unofficial, the Rebel tour?
That was about 82.
Okay, so you were way too young back then. How old were you then? 82. You would have been.
When I left in 1978. I was 17 and a half.
Oh wow! So you're an old boy.
Yeah, I am. I'm 61.
Well, there you go. So 61. Born in what does that make it? 65, is it?
Born in 61.
No, 61. Oh, I'm hopeless. Yep. Well, it would have been fascinating. Like, I've never been to South Africa. I've never been to Africa. So it's probably on my to-do list, one of my places to go in life. It's
I'll say this. If you go to Africa, do not go outside of a tour.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
you go in with a tour operator because that way you're going to stay safe.
Yeah. I hear that for sure. But definitely, there's your link, Down Under Cruises. Well done, Sheena.
Thank you, Sheena.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what tell the people about your charity that you raise money for.
So we set up Helping Hands for Cruising, which it started off by we were going on a group cruise in October of 22, and the ship we were going on was the Carnival Horizon. And there's this one particular kid, people know him, his name's Kenneth Oakes, better known as Ford Man. Oh, yeah. What lovely we did was we actually, I asked him, did he want to come along on the cruise? And he goes, yeah, sure. So I said, okay, ring up our TA and find out what it costs. And so he did. And then I said, so you're going to come and join us? He said, there's no way I can afford this. I said, Kenny, you ever been on a cruise? No. Yeah, he hadn't even seen the beach. He didn't even know what the sea looked like. So I spoke to a couple of mates and I said, why don't we look at putting together some dollars and we get Kenny on the cruise? And they went, yep. So we collected some money, and then a lot of people were interested in the idea, and they went, can we do something bigger? And I went, sure, let's make this permanent. So we set up a charity called Helping Hands for Cruising. And the intention there is that anybody who has never had a cruise in their life that has been unable to do so for one reason or another, whether it be financial or physical disability, or they were the carer of a person who had a physical disability and had no opportunity to cruise. So what we would do is then pay for their cruise. And so that's the start of the charity. And now we've had Kenny go on as our first recipient. And we've got another cruise coming up in March where we've got 2 recipients. A guy by the name of James Catanese and his wife Cindy, and another couple by the name of Scott and Amber Hicks. And they'll be going on the next cruise. Not ours, one going out of Tampa. Down at a cruise, I was there when you announced the charity. Yes, you were, Troy. And you were the first one in there. So it was a great pleasure to have you on board. And now look what's happened, my friend. 2 cruises down, and well, almost 2 cruises down, and we're still going there. Where are you based? St Kilda? No, I'm not in St Kilda. I'm in Bentley East.
Bentley. Well, the nice cars are made.
That's right. No, well, yes.
Bentley. That would be nice.
The nice cars are no longer made by the people from the UK. UK.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're made from the people from China.
That's right.
Yeah, or Korea. Actually, Korean cars are pretty good.
Yeah, they're getting there.
I had a Great Wall at one stage, believe it or not,
Yep.
with a Mitsubishi engine and a Holden Rodeo Colorado or something body, and all these different weird and wonderful parts were connected to it. It was a pretty solid truck. It used to take a lot of tonnage in the back, and the suspension was fabulous. Turning circle was terrible. And after about 100,000 clicks, I went, you know what? It's now time to move this one aside because I'm not sure how many more clicks I'm going to get out of it. But yeah, that's another story.
I reckon that the original Great Walls were a little bit on the gutless side.
This one was a beauty. I was very impressed. The only thing it didn't have was a turning circle. Like, man, it was like turning a semi-trailer. But it was like a Holden Rodeo with a Mitsubishi engine, and I don't know, the actual engine had Mitsubishi on it, on the engine. Like, they bought engines from Mitsubishi, like that. When they first kicked off, they were buying second generation parts. So when somebody upgraded, like that engine was no longer around, Great Wall would buy how many thousands of them and produce a car, and that's how they started. And yeah, it was quite funny actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 7 people in the room. I've been going for 3 hours. I know I should be over there with Devil Dog. I usually do support him at 12 o'clock, and I've really gone way past that. I'm going to shut the live off, but I'm just going to stay on here for after hours. Talk to Raquel, and if you want to stay back, Sean, you're quite welcome.
I will. Yep.
It's so
Thank you
I'd
for
like to
having
thank
me
No, it's been great. We should be doing this more often.
You're right, buddy.
We should be picking a night and doing it during the week, like Australian times.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sheena. Thanks, Nomadic Rat Pack. That's for next year. We can put this in this year. 2023. Camp Creek Hill. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want to continue on, what's Devil Dog's link? Good question. Let me find it for you. Unless Sheena's quicker than me. I'm slow as in this. I'll tell you. I got to lean
It's
forward.
all right. It's New Year's Day.
There we go, Devil Dog. There's his live. I should say, let me. Now he's live. I'll just go end up there, and that gets me in. I'll get the link. God, I'm slow. And we'll go copy, and we'll go back to there. And paste. I'm very slow, but there you go. There is Devil Dog's live right now, and I'll tell you what, he has a great community too. So, and that's where I've sort of stumbled into. So, if you haven't connected with Devil Dog, give him a go in there and say Jonesy sent me. That'll put a smile on my face. Let alone it'll be a smile for him too.
Who? That bloody Jonesy again.
Yeah. All right. So thank you everyone for being in the chat. Thank you for everyone who's come up. I'd like to thank Johnny Smallpepper. Me and him had a great talk. Young Cartoon Universe with DJ. Or DJ's Cartoon Universe. He was the first one up this morning. I'd like to thank him. He's over there now with Devil Dog. Them two banter pretty good. So it's interesting watching all that happen. So Thanks, guys. Pneumatic Rat Pack. Thank you, Camp Creek Hill, Sheena, and everybody else in the chat. This is Jonesy signing off for another live. Thanks, everyone.